Pew, 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 pew. Do, do, do. And would you look at that? We're live, baby.
Excellent.
I'm going to go post this link to the Discord and make my announcement in the chat.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Excellent. Very glad that, unlike some people in present company, to press the go live button for an entire hour.
That was really funny, by the way. I was cackling because as soon as you started talking, I was like, she forgot to hit go live. I know she did.
I forgot. I forgot.
That's funny AF.
For real.
Okay. Alright, I can now minimize Discord. And we can exclusively look at chat. Tyrant Arrhenius, welcome to the stream. We're doing another podcast. Landon, hello. It's podcast time. Podcast, baby.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I am in a server that has been up for 11 minutes. So feel free to join on me.
I will come and do that just hence.
Honk, welcome to the stream. I'm just kind of letting people file in before we start
Get into the meat.
Getting into the meat in the bones. The meat in the bones. Mama Hydrus, welcome to the stream. Tuatara, welcome. We got big plans tonight. Big plans. Big questions to ask. Big answers to find. It's gonna be huge.
Huge like dinosaurs.
We're gonna make Path of Titans great again.
Ooh, spicy. That's a spicy meatball.
Oh man. Okay. I'm assuming you're in.
Okay. I am.
Alright. What POI are you
Beautiful.
in?
Probably Fang, honestly. But what you mentioned something about running a comp that you wanted to try. So I am in
Raptors usually don't like water, right?
Right.
They hate water. Water terrible. Well, what if they had a semi-aquatic with them, right? What if they had something that made the water safe? Well, so I'm bringing my Spino, and I'm wanting to pair it with a Pounce build Achillo.
Okay.
Raptor strikes, regular claw attack, Pounce ripping kick, and whatever other like abilities and perks you feel comfortable running.
Okay.
And the idea is that you help me bring down big game by being the fast harasser that lets me catch up to them, keeps them occupied so I can actually fight them. And then while I'm fighting them, you're lashed onto them, dealing damage, so that way like we just kind of wipe the floor with them. The catch is whenever we come across a group of mid-tiers, because Achillo struggles with getting overrun by mid-tiers, right? That's like that's where it struggles. Well, here's the plan with that. I'm on Claw Slam, and I'm running Shockwave, so that my allies take 50% damage from my AoEs instead of full damage. Well, pounced playables take an additional reduced amount, like fixed reduced amount of AoE damage of like 50%. Not counting the armor buff that they get from pouncing. So the idea here is that if you are getting chased down by a bunch of conks or megs or Seratos or what have you, you would run towards me and then pounce onto me.
Okay.
while I claw slam them as punishment for them chasing you. And you would
That's
get
the
like
cheekiest thing ever.
you'd get a butt ton of stacking damage reduction for it, and barely get a scratch on you from it. And
That is
also,
really cheeky. I love it.
you could pounce on me, and I could ferry you across like large waterways and stuff.
Okay.
Do amphibious landing stuff. Like a kilo normally can't use water as an escape route, but because you have me and I'm built like the broadside of a barn,
Right.
I can give us a water escape route against stuff that otherwise wouldn't be able to follow.
Right. Okay. All right. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not the most practiced with a kilo, but let's give this a go.
That's okay.
Let's see how it goes.
That's okay. Oh, also, if we are gonna get into a fight, feel free to stack raptor strikes on my tail. That's what I'm here for. That's another thing you get to do. You just get to chew on my tail for free damage bonuses.
Do I have raptor strikes?
If you're in Dry Fang, that's tough luck because I really don't want to go there because I just saw that it was red, and I really don't feel like wandering up there by myself on land.
No, of course not.
So I'm just gonna kind of linger down here in Tall Brush and patrol the waterways until such time as you're close-ish, and then I'll come get you.
Quick, so
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the hope.
yeah, that's the hope. I'm pretty quick, so.
Also, Tyrant,
got
I'm
ripping
sure
quick.
pretty much everyone on the planet can do way better at the Cheeto Man accent. I don't try to be good at it because, well, let's just say I don't want to get canceled.
Do you know
If
what?
I was good at that accent, you know for a fact I could never be responsible with it.
Okay. If you want to throw me a group invite, if you're ready, because I am definitely in Dry Fang. as I
You're already
usually
in
am.
the group.
Of course I am. This is a good start, by the way. You can tell I'm really on the ball. I'm definitely not distracted. Hundo
Oh,
P,
man.
we're on it. We're on
Oh,
the ball
man.
today.
All right. Wolverine frame or Komodo frame? I have no idea, Honk. I have no idea. I will take this pike to go. But yeah, basically we're running a symbiotic relationship. You help me take down big stuff, I help you shake off little stuff. That's the give and take here.
Mm-hmm. I will just, like, aspire to annoy absolutely everybody, and I think that'll work pretty well.
Oh, which call are you using, by the way? Because, that is important information.
Warcry, I should change that probably.
If you would like, if you would feel more comfortable having the stand call, then you can run that. But I might recommend running the call that reduces bucking resist, like the bucking, whatever.
Right. Okay. I'll head back over to the home cave and do that. Last time I was playing this a kilo, I was doing the whole mob boss business.
Yeah.
So that'll be left over from that.
Real. Apparently, Dainani has access to distracting chatter at Adolescent. That's crazy.
Really?
Tuatara asking mob boss stream when? Probably never. In all likelihood. Ooh, give me that turtle. I want that turtle. Yeah. Turtle's a good pick.
Mocking cackle. Yeah. I'll do that. There we go. Sorted.
Effective mob boss groups usually require a lot of coordination. And in order to have a sizable mob boss group, you have to have a lot of people. And a lot of people trying to be well coordinated usually doesn't go very well. It's usually chaos. People are dying constantly. There's always people asking for waystones back. No one is ever in the same place at the same time. It's kind of a nightmare, logistically speaking.
For real. I think I can't remember how many lats and stuff I had when I did it. It wasn't a crazy amount, but it was enough to be fun. It definitely is like herding cats, though.
I will say this. The closest you're gonna see me to running a mob boss group is running my Spino with a small raptor group helmed by an Achillo, and they're going to be using me as a boat. Just meandering tall brush, wandering the waterways.
Getting there. I'm getting there.
Arbiter, welcome to the stream. Tuatara said canoe Spino gameplay. Rocky said more like a submarine. True, but the raptors don't have very much oxygen. Hanya, welcome to the stream. We're kind of waiting a little bit to get started on the topic of conversation. We're waiting on people to file in. I'm waiting on Lacer to get her butt down here.
Butt is moving as fast as butt can move.
I believe you.
I know you do.
I will warn you, I am running Dazing Bellows instead of the Armor Call, but assuming you're pounced onto me when you get hit by the first AoE slam, the daze won't actually matter because you're not going to be able to attack, like, you shouldn't be attacking me anyways.
Yeah.
So, don't sweat it. Oh, that's a Rex. Well.
Oh, that's a lot of thundering footsteps near me.
The question is it part of a larger group? I guess we will find out. Oh, it's prepping surprise attack. I'm just going to hug the beach.
There is a bars following me at top speed. A couple of bars is actually. But, you know.
It's leaving. It does not feel like challenging me by the water. There's your name tag.
Yep. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane.
Yeah, Rex saw me eat a turtle and said no thank you. I'm gonna take this pike to go. Oh, Thraki. Sorry, I had top chat active. Welcome to the stream. Really, Rexy Poo? Really? What do you think you're doing there, buddy? You okay? I just took some damage.
Yep, I just stubbed my toe. You know how it is sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch, bro. Let me see what he does.
I'm on top of this ridiculous cliff here that I had no idea was a cliff. You know, just the usual.
Yep.
The usual.
You are an extremely clampable individual, so I would not recommend us challenging that Rex, so to speak.
Yep.
At least not as your warm-up engagement.
Yep. I would agree with that, as I am also working at a ping of 67, which is, you know, not too bad. That's pretty
But the
playable,
Bluetooth
actually.
clamps would be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have a lot of fun with that.
Nope. I can't imagine you would.
I have grown impatient with this cliff, and I am now going to Skyrim horse my way down this cliff.
Rocky is right. There is not much of a point to fight any semis by the water as anything other than a semi or full aquatic. Actually, I would argue Rex has more justification for fighting semis by the water than anyone else, simply because of Bone Break. How's your stam?
Nearly full?
Nearly full? Or full?
Yep.
Nice
Nearly
coloration,
full.
by the way.
Thank you.
Alright, hop on.
Alright.
Your oxygen good? Or is it deteriorating?
No, it's good.
Okay,
I
awesome.
can breathe.
Awesome. Because Ramp can't for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah, it's too small.
Huh.
Its torso sits under the water. How slow is your stam draining, by the way?
I am about to reach 50% exactly now.
Okay, that's good to know.
Thanking you.
Yeah, no problem. Silver Knight, welcome. Pretty sure you can... Well, no, because this goes out oceanside. Yeah. Having fun yet?
Yeah, definitely.
Now imagine a Danani and a couple of lats.
All latched on. That'd
All
be
latched
pretty fun.
on. just amphibious invade, like D-Day landing on mud flats. Here, you
Invasion.
should probably go by land for a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop you up here. There is a viewpoint up top side if you can get up there in case you still need a little bit of growth.
I do, yeah, I do. I also need to find some food and some water relatively quickly.
Well, we were just at freshwater, so... But I know
Yeah, we
a
were.
close by spot of freshwater.
Depressing. I mean, I can't get up this tiny little cliff. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
do you need me to come back?
Yeah, I can't get up there,
All right,
unfortunately.
that's okay. That's okay. We're learning.
Yep. I haven't done a whole lot of playing with these guys.
Your chariot awaits.
Thank you, kind sir.
Look, if a Tylo catches me in one of these rivers, I'm just gonna get on land. It's not that big a deal. Besides, I'm keeping an eye out underwater for Tylos, because Tylos can clamp you off of me, which would be unfortunate. But in that worst case scenario, I can knock you out of their mouth.
It would be unfortunate, but also pretty funny.
It would be rather humorous. Alright, let me call out when your stam's at 50.
Sure.
Because that'll tell me whether or not we can make it across. There's a Rex there. That's the second Rex I've seen in this POI.
50.
Copy that. Alright, I don't want to play it too risky. Let's go ahead and recover here. Honk said, what's your opinion on Razor Crest compared to armor stacks on Alberta? Razor Crest is better solo. But if you're in a group, then the armor stacks are infinitely better. Like, it's not even a competition. Alright, you mentioned you needed water.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we are. Water.
Perfetto.
I think I know who that is. Hello, Landon. We have a Rampharinkus with us now as well.
Brilliant.
Oh, not counting the group stacking thing? Razor Crest is better. I think I answered that question when I said Razor Crest is better solo. Because, like, if you're not running the armor thing in groups to armor stack it, then why are you running it? You know?
Goodness me, they take a while to refill their cores, huh?
Probably. Okay, well, we are at the 22-ish, 23-minute mark. We're rendezvoused, we're traveling, we're walking. I think we start talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, the title of the stream is a little bit clickbaity, I know, but what should we tell chat that we're gonna talk about today? What should we start with?
So I think it's kind of about the philosophy of the game a little bit, and just sort of like the direction as we see it. Technical things about it that we like, that we don't like. Just the way in which the game feels as an entity, I guess. And maybe that sounds a little bit vague, but that's what we're here for, to drill into that, right?
Yeah, we can make it less vague as we unpack it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No Tylos, by the way. We are, smooth sailing for the time being. Oh, damn, you hungry.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get you food. I'll find you some tannies or something.
Wicked. 50%.
Copy that. Actually, you should probably just hop off here. I'm heading for the hot springs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you over there.
Alrighty.
So, what did we want to cover first as far as questions go? Like, relating to the topic, like...
My notes?
I would pull it up,
folder
but...
of notes. Yeah.
I don't have your notes.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, like, as an overview and stuff, like, what do you and I think the intent of the game devs is with Path? You know, like, and what do we think the intent of the players are? Like, how do we think that that works together?
Or against each other.
Exactly.
Well, I can tell you exactly what the players see the game as right now. A lot of them are going to tell you that they're going to say it's a dinosaur survival MMO, and they're not going to really know what that's actually supposed to mean. So they'll say that, and they'll be wrong. Right now, it is a dinosaur PvP game with survival elements.
Yeah.
It is massively multiplayer and online. So it is still technically a MMO to that extent. But I think the MMO aspect of it, I think the devs want it to be the primary highlighted part of the genre mouthful that is Path of Titans. And I think that's what they're going to be striving towards pushing the game into this year. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an odd one, Path of Titans, with respect to exactly what is it, because it's kind of a mishmash of a lot of different things, and it means a lot of different things to a lot of people. You know, like, I think there are as many reasons to play this game as there are actual players. Maybe that sounds a little strange to think of, but...
Well, as it stands, the players make the game. No players means no game.
Exactly, right. So, I guess... How would I phrase this? Like, what makes a PvP dinosaur game in a Survivor sandbox setting, like, really special? Like, what sets it apart? And I think once we've established what the common vision is...
Emergent
we can sort of
gameplay.
Discuss, yeah.
Every sandbox experience, the appeal is the emergent gameplay, the random encounters, the knowing that whenever you hop onto the game, your game session will be completely different from how it went last time.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
It's a culture unto itself, and it develops its own little language, its own little form of etiquette, all of that. And I think that that's a unique thing that you can't necessarily find everywhere else. A crab.
Crab will provide a semblance of sustenance.
It will, which is good.
Just over here looking for Tanny Strophius. I feel like Tanny spawned here, but I don't see any.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, with that sort of, like, what that vision is in mind, I think we can discuss sort of, like, more objectively what's working and, like, challenge some of the design directions a little bit later on. So, like, what I see as being a common element to the vision is being a dinosaur and the PvP. Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I know
those are currently
be...
the two big common elements.
Exactly. But yeah, they are when you take this concept and you boil it down to its simplest things. But what do you get out of that? Like with being a dinosaur and stuff like that, you know, you get some immersion, you get the opportunity to roleplay if that's your kind of thing, you know? You can you can make your own stories in this because, as you mentioned, it's like it's an open world with completely emergent culture. Roaming and finding your own adventure without a broader story or narrative is actually working pretty well, I think, for Path. It wouldn't work in every other game, but it works really well here. And I think that the ongoing state of the game with such a high player count and decent player retention, I think bears that out.
You know, I'll definitely say that I don't mind a lack of a main story, but I do wish there was a little bit more lore.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I would love to see more lore.
I feel like they're setting the foundations for that with Riparia because of those rock formations, but I could be reading too much into that. There is a crab corpse on me, but you are extremely far away from me. So
I am at this point,
I am
but
just
I
going
am
to
coming.
eat it because it'll be gone by the time you get here if I don't.
Okay. That's
Well,
fair. I
I mean,
realized I got a little bit separated from you looking
If I
for
can
food.
find it. I think I lost it. Man, all that work trying to feed you, and I just fucking completely dropped the ball.
Oh, it's cool. I stepped on a lizard to kill it. It's very tiny, and I did kill it, and I'm in a bunch of ferns, and I can't actually see where it is. So, you know, it's okay. We're both, the struggle is real tonight.
Yes, it is. So, repeat. I guess repeat what the because you mentioned the core elements being like we mentioned dinosaurs and PvP, but like refresh me real quick on why that was relevant, like why that was important to mention.
Just because we're discussing like all the sort of basic elements of what makes this game special and what we really like about it, so that then we can sort of like tear it apart a little bit and sort of examine it in it like kind of holistically, you know? Like, one thing I really like about this game is the power fantasy element of it. Like, I like the fact that embodying a dinosaur, you can make you think about, I've run into another player and now I can either ruin them or I can help them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, having the freedom to rescue a stranger from trouble, or grouping up with your buddies to cause a ruckus, or being like an arbiter of justice, which is my favorite way of doing things. You know, I like to run around as a DAS police, kind of, and siding with underdogs and.
Well,
you know,
that's
looking for opportunities.
unfortunate because I am always on a villain arc whenever I play.
Yeah,
I am the force of natural selection that exists.
That's completely fair. The world needs its natural forces of destruction. You need darkness in order to have light.
Yes, I love eating children.
Well,
especially
the
especially the cute, trustful ones that come to me looking for protection. I love murdering them.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a completely valid way to play the game, and I think that your ability to do that should be served just as well as my ability to not do that. And I think that's really cool that we can operate in that way, you know?
Yeah.
So, getting into that though, you mentioned that you're in a villain arc and stuff, and
well, I like fighting.
There's some talk. Yes.
Not in chat, but I like the combat. The combat is engaging.
Yeah, for sure. So, this is difficult to bridge into the thought that I just had. I definitely have thoughts, and they're all arranged in very specific ways. And
were you going to bring up the stigma, like the community stigma against baby killing?
Kind of, yeah. I was gonna turn that into like a segue a little bit into sort of like how people have different ways of playing this game, and you know, and how that sort of clashes against maybe the vision or doesn't clash against it because it can be so wide open at the minute. And that the devs have an understandable desire, I think, to shepherd the wider player base away from persistently overly aggressive playstyles. And, like, sometimes I think that can be a little bit heavy-handed and punish not target players for that, you know? Like, punish people who are just kind of playing the game in the spirit in which it's intended.
Yeah,
but
I
on the
think
other
that's
hand of it,
an issue of the community not really being able to understand that just like they have the freedom and choice to play the game as they see fit, so does everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just because someone else enjoys the game is like abrasive with yours doesn't mean that they're a terrible person. if the devs
No.
didn't want
Exactly.
that game that avenue for expression in the game to exist, it wouldn't exist.
Yes. I am just trying to
So,
kill this crowd.
like, as far as I'm concerned, I think like and this is the whole like natural selection thing. Like, it's for the greater good. Like, I'm teaching them a lesson when I kill them. You're not supposed to trust everyone here. You're supposed to be on your guard. You're supposed to be smart. You're supposed to hide. You're supposed to sneak around, not expose yourself when you're vulnerable. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you're supposed to do. And,
Yeah.
like, if you don't do those things and you die, that's not on the person that killed you. That's on you for giving them the chance to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's something to be said as well about you're kind of just behaving like a big animal would in nature. Do you think a real Spinosaurus looking down at like a baby Eo that's just come out of a bush and is wandering around its feet wouldn't just be like, cool, and eat it? You know.
I mean, that depends. Are there parents nearby that are going to be pissed off that I did it? And if I do decide to piss them off, do I have an escape route, or are they just going to turn me into a shish kebab?
Exactly. All things that you have
know?
to consider.
You do have to consider those things. Not everyone does, but I do.
Yeah, and that's how you play the game. And I think that it's really cool that you get into it in that sort of a way and at that level.
That's because, to me, the survival elements serve to enhance the PvP experience in a way that, like, it scratches an itch that fighting games can't scratch for me.
Yeah, they're not necessarily smart enough. Like, the idea about getting into a conflict requires, planning and execution.
Planning, environment, resource management. Like, there's so much stuff that goes into that is important for a fight that is oftentimes overlooked by the community. Like, I feel like a lot of times we get hung up on trying to balance playables against one another from a 1v1 duel perspective, and we forget that there's so many other factors in a regular game session to consider than just, can this thing win a face tank? Like, I know I bitch and moan about Titan's heal rate all the time because because I think that it's too fast. And while I still stand by that statement, there is an asterisk attached to Titan's heal rate, being its hunger depletion rate. It gets hungry faster than most any of the other Apexes. And because of that, its health rate, like its health recovery rate, deteriorates faster than any other Apex. And while it might be frustrating that a Titan can heal cycle you or bleed stall you to death, on the flip side of the coin, you could just starve it. Like, you could just follow it and prevent it from eating, and maybe bring a ramp with plague and just watch it, and it'll crumple under the unbearable weight of its own statistical overpoweredness because the devs balanced it being as potent of a stat wall as it is by making it more difficult to keep alive. It's more difficult to manage Titan's resources.
Yeah, you can say that about a number of different playables too. And it's really cool how they've gone into that.
Yeah, I mean, Spino's the flip side of that coin. Pretty much everything can heal cycle Spino, as far as 5 slaughters go. But at the same time, it's got the slowest metabolism. It has the laziest, easiest lifestyle. Like, you can just kind of vibe at full health on Spino, with full water, full food, like a full belly, full health bar, and you're just living the dream the entire time while all these other people are struggling. So even though, like, on paper, at their peak performance, the other playables might do better than you, that doesn't always play out in a fight. You might stumble across something, especially stuff coming to get water at the watering hole you've camped out at. If they're coming to get water, it means they're thirsty. And if they're thirsty and you can stop them from drinking, you can give them a very bad time.
That's my personal favorite way to play Spino, honestly, is I usually huck my Spino up in Wilderness Peaks in
Speaking
Gondwa.
of Spinos,
Yes.
I think I know who that is. Never mind, we're leaving.
Okie dokie.
That was roar number 2. That is our cue to leave. Landon, take the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, he's smart. He wanted to free up my mouth in case we needed to throw hands. God, what I wouldn't give for a fucking Metri or a Kai right now with Hustle.
Mm.
Alright, you're just gonna have to
So I
follow
guess
along the shore. Because I don't want to waste
Yep.
your stam being on my hip whenever it's not necessary. And we're just gonna head south.
Okay. I'm going north, aren't I? I can't tell because the icons. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Which? Aha! There we go. The ramp is sitting on me and has the turtle in their mouth. It's quite fun. It looks like
Yeah,
I've got a Teenage
Knight,
Mutant Ninja Turtles
Silver
backpack.
Knight. I thought that was Jormungandr. But then I heard and I was thinking about it. I was thinking about trying you, and then I heard the second broadcast, and I was like, nope. No, thank you. Hard pass.
So I guess on a somewhat similar, tangentially related note is, how do you feel about mega packs?
I think they're terrible for the game. Like, and by terrible for the game, understand, I've listened to Conware's take on this before, because he doesn't sound terribly enthused about the matchmaking changes, because he thinks mega packs are kind of like the lifeblood of the community, like, because they're just so common, right? So if they're that common, there has to be a bunch of people participating in them, right? That, or they're just the very loud minority because, they feel safe in their numbers, and so they don't feel the need to hide or stick to less visited parts of the map, and, you never know someone's there until you see them. I can't tell you how many times I've gone through a replay file and been like, oh, I had no idea this player was near me. I didn't know, there's a name tag here. I didn't know these things were in the area. I thought I was completely alone. I don't know why we're going to the home cave. You're doing your... Yeah, that's what you're doing. Okay. I'm gonna go back out to the river.
I'm also sort of looking for critters because I'm still mad hungry.
But the mega packs, I know, are bad for the game, as the devs want to see it, because the devs have in-game mechanics for grouping up that are intentionally limiting. Granted, there are means to subvert those limits at the moment, but that's not what they wanted people to do, right?
Yeah,
it's just kind of, they did it because they could.
Yeah.
And so while a lot of the community might be furious about the matchmaking changes and not being able to coordinate mega packs anymore, for the health of the game, as the because the devs have to address it. Because you can't balance the game around that being part of the game, because then it's a completely different game. They have a vision for how they want the game to work. They want to balance it around that, and so they don't want to deal with mega packs breaking it constantly. Bear with me here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I get it. You're playing Dino Hockey. I understand.
I had to make sure that I hit you on the tail and not the side, because if I hit you on the side, it would hurt a lot.
That would be bad news, yeah.
Yeah, mega packs just kind of, to an extent, you have to understand, it's not just the solo players that they're jumping in the POI that they're wandering around. It's the fact that they're consuming so much of the server population.
Yes.
That is
Yeah,
also a
definitely.
huge issue, because them being present actively hurts the odds of player engagement in other parts of the map for other people playing the game in the spirit of the way the devs intended. And so not
Yeah.
only are you sabotaging the experience of the people that you're killing over and over and over again and revenge killing with your Tylos and your hats, but you're ruining the gameplay experience of everyone else because they're not having any player encounters.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's too busy getting stomped, everyone else is too busy getting stomped by you or trying to seek out justice and going and contesting you with their own mega pack. You know, to an extent, mega pack on mega pack violence, while it feels vindicating in the moment, is just adding more gas to the fire of ruining the experience for other people trying to enjoy the game as it's meant to be enjoyed.
30% oxygen.
Oh, noted. You can hold your breath for a good minute.
50% down.
Okay, we are going to get too twisted. I didn't see any full aquatics, so this should be a safe crossing. And
Nice.
don't worry, if you start drowning, I can collision box you above water, or I can just
Nice.
tail smack you towards the shore. So,
Sweet. Alright. Oh, 30% down.
yeah, we're gonna make it. Also, there's a burrow up ahead. You should be able to eat off of it.
Sweet. Yeah, I wanted to get into my view on a mixed packing because I have mixed. Haha. Mega packing. I have mixed views on it. And that is not because I participate in mega packs. I don't. I actively avoid doing that wherever possible. That's just not kind of the playstyle that I like to do. But as we just discussed, everybody kind of plays this game in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
I think sort of like what you mentioned is like, you know, folks like to have a choice to congregate into big groups and to cause mischief, and you kind of need to look at it like, is it a bug or a feature of the system at this point with things as they stand?
Well, mega packs, I would say, are a bug. Because if you want to get into a large group and cause mischief, there's nothing stopping you from getting into a large group of small dinosaurs that all fit within the group size. Like, you can still play with a bunch of your friends. It's just that there's a way the devs want you to go about doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, how can you, like, curb this without accidentally infringing or detracting from the overall experience? You know, because
Well,
like
when
the
you
mega
say
group
when you say
types-
overall experience, like the mega group types,
Yeah.
well, frankly, I don't care about their gameplay experience because they get their kicks off of actively taking a dump on the devs' vision of the game as they want it to be. And I think that's incredibly unhealthy for the community. So if they get their playstyle blown out and they're basically told cope, seed, get good, adapt, or leave, I'm fine with that personally. Like,
That's
if they really
completely a
want to
valid
do
perspective,
their big group stomping around nonsense, game modes are coming. Go do it in King of the Hill, where the expectation is that that is going to happen on both sides. But
Yeah.
don't act like you're tough because your 4 Dinochirus, your 2 Sarcos, and your Tylo killed 1 Spino.
Oh yeah, it's very annoying when when you get killed and ganked by a bunch of people and you're on your own and, like, you know, 14 people and their silly friends have got you, and then they kill you finally, and then they, like, all roar as if they saved the world, you know? It's it's very frustrating. I can't eat that because it's a bloody poison lizard. We are needing to go someplace that has actual food.
Okay.
For me, or I'm going to die.
Okay.
Not a
Does a
problem.
Kilobator have other diets by chance?
Uh,
Because there is a home cave up here, and if you have the marks, you could grab Scav, if it has Scav.
yeah, I've got scavenger. Yeah, no, yeah, I do. It does.
If you want to grab Scav, I can feed you clamshells and fish.
Cool. Yeah, that would work, and then I could continue yapping.
Then we can continue yapping. Home cave is literally like it's on our mini map. It's right there.
Yeah. sick. I will go there.
Seventh
'Cause I had an
Sluglord
idea.
said, as a new player, solo unless I meet people in game, I find the obsession over megapacks silly. I see it most 15 people at GPR. If I don't want to see that, I avoid that. That's it, that's all. And while I agree with that sentiment, Sluglord, it still doesn't detract from the fact that those 15 people in GPR are, by proxy, lowering the potential possible population of players in the rest of the map. So it is, to an extent, still detracting from your gameplay experience, even if it isn't necessarily one you can tangibly feel.
Yeah, because the rest of the map will be more dead because everybody is in GP.
Yeah.
And the server can only handle however many people at a time.
And as we stated, there is no game without players. So if everyone in... Here, you can come eat off of this turtle, I think.
Yes,
I think
please,
you can eat
thank
fish.
Should be able to, 'cause I changed it.
If everyone in a server says we're all going to GP, there's nothing the devs can do to stop them. But if there's 80 people in a server that say we're all going to GP, and then there's 20 people in a server that join in randomly and just want to play the game regularly, they're not going to be able to. Their choices are either deal with a completely empty map, go deal with the clusterfuck of 80 people at GP, or server hop. But then what happens when the next server's doing it? And the next server, and the next server, and the next server?
Yep. Totally feel that. So...
And Hydrus, I do agree with you that a lot of megapacks are just randoms conglomerating, as opposed to organized Discord packs, which that's a different issue that Alderaan's gonna have to find a different solution for.
I came up with a bit of a solution here. Well, not necessarily a solution, but a potential idea about a way that could help to mitigate this, but also kind of cater to the playstyle of everybody at the same time. So, let's... And this is taking into account things that would be, from my perspective as somebody who's worked on these engines and stuff like that, even though I don't have access to the code base and, you know, all the rest of that stuff, it must be said. Stuff that I estimate would be, like, there's already existing infrastructure for, or things that could tack onto the metric system, which we know is coming. Okay. So here's a possible model for you to consider.
Real quick, you should probably get moving.
Yeah, probably, huh? Boy.
Yeah, that's a spinal behind you.
I can't keep yapping when all y'all are trying to eat me.
Alright, continue with your thought.
It'll get a little bit less accessible before I do that. Because it's a thought with a couple of tangents to it, and I want to say the things. Alright, I'm going to stay in this route. It's fine, I'm invisible. Nobody can see me. We're good. Okay, let's say players have an invisible counter that they're not aware of. And let's say it goes up to 7. So, if you kill another player, or if you're a member of a group that kills a player, it adds a 1. This way, you can't drop a group to reset it. It can reset or gradually deplete after an extended period of time. Once that number is hit, you can generate either a local or preferably a global quest, and that player will get a hunt the albino critter style marker on them for 30 minutes or whatever, and the fun can begin. So, the foundations for this, the infrastructure is already there in the game. Find location X crossed with feed X, you know, as the markers that appear on feed them. And now you got eliminate player X. So this could be tuned in a myriad of ways to ensure that it's balanced and fun for everybody involved, and there are some anti-exploit features which I've considered too. For example, kills need to be unique player accounts to prevent friends from trying to stack the debuff to claim a reward. Anybody that's been in a group with the debuff holders will not be granted the quest. They won't see it and can't kill their friend to take the reward. If they kill their friend anyway, the debuff will be transferred onto them. So people hunting the original perpetrator will now simply go after you for the reward instead. The experience of the player with a debuff being hunted can be tuned too. They could be unaware of the debuff, for example. Maybe it's only visible to everybody else and not them. They could get a visual debuff like hunted or rascal or menace or something, and it disables safe logging and home cave access, so they can't just swap dinos or hide in a cave. They're gonna die by the sword if they choose to live by the sword, you know what I mean? If they survive for 30 minutes, maybe they deserve a reward or it just vanishes. And that's my idea for dealing with some of this stuff. By kind of playing into it, like yes-anding it, without getting rid of it. What do you think about that sort of a solution?
It's possible. Sounds like it would be better suited as a game mode, though, rather than something added to the adventure mode.
Sure. Oh, it's possible? I
To
don't claim to have all the answers.
respond to someone commenting on my 80 people go to GP comment, I'm not saying 80 people in a server go to GP, but when talking about this stuff, it's important that you mention the potential logical extreme, because even though it maybe doesn't happen, doesn't mean that it can't happen. Understand what I mean? It's an issue that needs to be
It's an extreme version of a reality that does happen.
Yeah. And like some solo players enjoy the peace and quiet of having no other players on the map to be bothered by because they just want to walk around on their dinosaur, and that's fine. But that's not what I'm here for. I don't think that's what the devs envision for the game, because they're intending to increase the population density by raising server caps. They're intending to add NPC dinosaurs, or AI dinos, right? NPC enemies that you can encounter and combat. Like, they're wanting to breathe more life into the whole of the server, not choke it all into one place.
Agreed. I think a great way to deal with that is to expand on the heat map system that they've already got going. You know, like how you get the red face in certain zones? I don't see why all zones can't have a marker on them that goes from blue to red, and updates like all the time. So people who want to just quest and avoid PvP can go towards areas that are more blue, or maybe green. Maybe they want a little bit of a chance of meeting somebody. Yellow, maybe they're kind of into it but not sure. And red, they can avoid or simply go to it. Because if you put that in place, I think that what you would find is that it would always be changing all the time. It would be like a lava lamp, kind of, because everybody's needs and desires change as they're playing in a session. And so a way to sort of kill these dead areas is to explain where they are, so that people can go to fill them up, depopulate areas, repopulate other ones, and everybody gets served that way. Because if I just want to quest, if I'm one of those players who just wants to quest right now and not be bothered with it, I can do that. And if I'm a player like you who wants to get into engagements, I can do that. And I can also pick what kind of levels of risk I'm going for at any given time. So I think that could be a good way to address that sort of thing, personally. What do you think about that?
I don't dislike that idea. I do think if it's something they're going to implement, it needs to also appear on your mini-map. The POI you're in, depending on its heat level, should have a colored glow indicator along the outside of it, so that way I don't have to constantly open my map all the time, because I'm getting really sick of doing that.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want to go fuck with that aloe?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, hop
Let's
on.
go mess with him. Okay.
It's got pals, maybe, so we should be careful. Yippee-ki-yay.
concentrate on
Yeah.
what's going on here for a
True.
second.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hi, Raptor. Aw, Aloe. Poor little Aloe. You running with all that bleeding? Dude, why are you running? Oh, right. Probably because I'm here. Well, if he's just gonna... Is he going to the left? Is he going to the right?
Left.
Got it. Alright. That Latin's gonna kill him. I don't even think we're gonna have to do anything.
I think he might have stammed out. I think he's...
He's panicking.
Yeah. I don't want to overextend, but I am gonna go and try and get a rep kick on him.
You're not really overextended as long as you have stam. Especially if he's out. And besides, I'm right here. The water access is close. I'm pretty fast in here. Fair warning, there is a Megalania on the left side of me.
Come on, Aloe. Come chase me. Come on. There was a Meg to the where, did you say? To the left of you?
It's on the south side of that river. Doesn't matter at the moment. It'll only matter if it comes over here. Ooh, that was a nasty hit you took. Is it running regular bite?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, bait him back to me. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to cover you. I don't even think that's a fully grown aloe. Oh, the Meg is attacking the Lat.
Oh, and me. Oh dear.
Probably because it thinks you're with the Raptor. Just run towards me. On your 6. I would hop off, conserve stam. The red, the mellow one went into the water to heal,
Okay.
presumably.
He's over there on the top. He's just going into the water now, up to the north.
Is a Serato nearby?
Is there? Okay. Oh yeah, he's in the woods. I don't think he's involved. He seems to be running away. Oh, no, he's doubling back for me. Okay.
We will see. I'm just gonna recover some stam. There is a croc here.
Okay. Right behind you.
The Meg is formally gone. I'm waiting for this stam to wear off. The venom, I mean. Alright. You done, Sarko? You leaving? Should be. Anyway, that right there is how you do it.
Success! Nobody died.
Nobody's dead yet. Alright, we have to get you off of this peninsula. So if you will follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Crocodile's resting over there. Probably didn't like the claw slam combo he ate to the face. Alright, go ahead and hop on my left very quickly.
Yeah.
Alright, go. Well done.
Yeah.
How's it going? Did you miss anything cool? It's going pretty good, Matt. Happy to have you here.
Hiya.
Teammates seem to be a lot more useful this stream. Holy shit. Ugh. We're not gonna talk about that tonight. We're not gonna talk about that. No, we've just been chatting about the game. Oh, hello, Melanistic Meg, that I beat the snot out of earlier. I see you up there. Don't think I don't know that
I've heard
you're there.
various conflicting things. What do you know about the upcoming matchmaking changes? Why is it so contentious?
From what I understand, and Matt can correct me if anything I'm about to say is wrong because he's right here, so he can stop me if I'm spreading misinformation, or he can just let me babble and then laugh at me when he proves me wrong later. I mean, he'll probably do the second option there. That's more in character for him. From what I understand, the way it's going to work is that the character selection screen is going to take place before you select the map. And you are going to have to select your group. You're going to have to form your group, like pick your dino and form your group with your friends at the main menu before you queue into a server.
Okay.
And if you want to swap dinos, you will have to leave that server, regroup at the main menu, and then try logging in again.
So what happens when I'm in a group and I die?
From what I understand, you respawn at the map normally, like you would, because I can't imagine Alderaan wanting to force your whole group to server hop every time one of you dies. That sounds really stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're that stupid.
That sounds it would be very aggravating, yeah. It's just like, I don't know much about it, so I thought I would ask.
That's the plan for it.
That was a question.
I think they're going to take some measures to try and combat spamming server hopping, to try and get into a server with a bunch of your group mates, which might be something that they've learned how to address after the permadeath test servers. Trying to think if there's anything else.
I tell you one reason
Matt mentioned something about wanting to implement ecosystem balancing into the matchmaking.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know if that's going to come when matchmaking drops, but basically if you queue in on a Spino, the matchmaking is going to try and put you into a server that doesn't have any or very many Spinos in it.
Right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That would be a nice way to get sort of like a better balance, especially because everybody tends to
really open up the floor and the diversity. Yeah. It would be nice to see that implemented. But again,
I tell you,
chat, none of this is set in stone. This is all speculation based on snippets of comments I've seen from Matt. This is my understanding of how it's going to work. It could be completely wrong. Massive disclaimer on that front.
Oh, yeah.
But if that is the way it's going to get implemented, then I'm beyond excited. Because it's also going to stop mixed dieting, if that's how it works.
Oh, goodness. I keep forgetting that does that when I've got a rider on me.
I'm pretty
spam
it's all
server
good.
Hopping, though.
I'm pretty confident about
server hopping because of...
Sorry, I'm fucking... My brain was running on autopilot there. You server hop. You server hop.
I server hop a lot, and the reason that I do that a lot is actually because of the weather. Like, no joke, I don't like playing in nighttime all the time, rain time all the time, fog all the time, and I find that it's very, very common for those things to be happening, and I want it to be like this because I live in the UK. All right, and over here we don't know what the sun is. Okay, we've heard tell that it's a big fireball in the sky, and we like to see it. At least I like to see it. And so one reason that I tend to spam different servers when I'm trying to find one to play with my fella or whoever is that we want to find good weather.
That's crazy, because the only time I ever really server hop is when I start getting hard targeted by a mega pack and I don't want to get revenge killed anymore.
Fair enough, fair enough. No, I'll do it for weather conditions.
Oh, Tyrant, the ecosystem balancing wouldn't fix mixed dieting. Grouping at the main menu would. Because at the moment, you can join on your friends through the main menu. You get into their server and say they're on an herbivore. Well, you can hop on a voice call with them, hop on your carnivore, and be like, hey, I know you're on your duck. I'll grab my Spino. Let's meet up at Mudflats. You can do that right now. But if you have to group with your friends in a proper groups like composition in the main menu before you queue into a server, like at that point the only real mixed dieting that's gonna happen is gonna be random encounters. And it's gonna be entirely like improvised based on how the players in the moment at a given place want to play the game. It won't be organized though. Not anymore. Hopefully.
Are there any fish?
Fish?
Are there any fish?
Yes, there are. So I'm gonna drop you off and I'm gonna go fishing.
Thank you.
The ecosystem thing would hopefully fix the Apex spam. People always want to play Apexes. But that might not work. How do you communicate with your game friends who don't have out-of-game communication? Well, that's what the... I mean, I don't know. Maybe they implement a... Maybe they could implement a, like, a chat room on the main menu that your friends could do, but the main menu is not really... I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
Well, like some kind of lobby system?
They could, yeah. I don't know if they've got one cooked up or not, but that could be a means. Oh, don't eat that whole pike. I want to nibble off of it first.
Oh, it just disappeared. I'm so sorry.
Never mind. I'm gonna hope that Landon got a chunk of it.
It's that I was about to start taking damage
You're...
from hunger because I have been yapping and not surviving.
Real.
And I've been used to playing herbivores a lot.
Matt said we will be able to have a Dino AI help balance the ecosystem with the matchmaker, and he also said they can add in-game or main menu chat tools. There you go. Pog. Our prayers answered, everybody.
Right? Right.
Alright, hop on. We gotta go get more fish. You're a hungry hippo. We gotta feed you.
I am a hungry hippo. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
You're going the right... I'm over here!
I know!
Okay.
Okay,
I'm actually gonna take you on a little trip.
Ooh.
We're gonna do an experiment. I want to see if what I'm about to do is possible, and if you die on the way, I'm sorry.
If I die on the way, it's fine. I will come back as my sty, and we will mix pack like filthy, disgusting mix packers.
I caught you a
fish.
fish.
And awful and should be banned.
You happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I hope you can hold your breath.
I hope so too.
Stamp
That's
check?
pretty rad, honestly. Stamp check is 50.
50. Copy that. I've got a good spot for us to stop. Coming up for air. Down again. How fast does your oxygen recover?
Pretty quickly, but it's also draining fairly fast at this point. Yeah, let's see if I can hop off here.
You ever been here before?
Not on this guy.
Well, say hello.
I am the first a kilo ever to be in this area. That is my claim. You heard it here first. If anyone says that they did it and aren't me, they're lying.
I'm gonna let you have the rest of that fish.
Sweet.
Live Q&A session with Matt someday? I mean, that'd be dope as hell. But
Yeah.
you know, I can't say what I was gonna say because that would sound really inappropriate. So
Oh my goodness.
what are you doing?
Terribly. Not exactly
Imagine.
sure.
Oh,
It's fine.
Hanya said time for abandonment. Like, imagine I leave you here.
Aw. It's okay. I'll make it on my own.
You'll starve to death here. All right, this is going to be the toughest section.
Okay. Wow. I'm the most aquatic Akilo right now.
You might
I'm
start
like
drowning
Kevin
on
Costner
this.
Akilo.
I am going as fast as
That's
I
fine.
can up to the top.
That's fine. We're good.
I'm trying not to use my spacebar to ascend because that will cause me to buck. What's your oxygen at?
Yeah. 50.
Oh, so it is possible.
Damn 50.
Okay, that's dope as hell. The fact that we can do this is awesome. All right, I'm gonna drop you off here.
Okay. Bye, no taxi.
See, Hanya, this is my pitch for running Spino as a support for a Raptor comp. This stream right here, this is my pitch.
Spinal bus.
Yeah, Spinal Bus. Spino is just the ferryman. I'm bringing you another fish.
Perfect. That would be grand.
I have to feed the yapper. It's like a payphone.
Exactly. Insert fish, receive yap about, like, I don't know. Stuff. Game design loops. Things that I like.
For real.
I'm definitely an outlier in that I actually, I like the questing system. I know a lot of people find it rather... I know that that's quite contentious. That's a contentious view because a lot
Well,
of
hold on,
people
hold on,
sort of
hold on,
feel
hold
like-
on. There is a difference between liking the system and liking the quests.
So, I would say that it's definitely more liking the system at the minute because, yeah,
I don't
going
like
around picking up
collecting
a bunch of
acorns.
mushrooms is weird. Yeah, I can jive with that. At the same time, it sort of depends on what dinosaur I am when I'm doing that. Because if I'm running around on my sty doing that, it sort of feels kind of natural. But I feel like I like running around doing little repetitive tasks. I enjoy that. That's how I can de-stress and chill sometimes. So, for me, I'm kind of an outlier there, I know, because a lot of people are like, oh, questing is like so boring and it's the least desirable part of the game and yada yada. And I do see that argument, I do. But at the same point, I think questing in its base form of like pick up object, receive growth or reward, I think probably that's here to stay. I think that it's pretty baked into the genetics of the game at this point. And I could be wrong.
I
But
hope that you are.
that's just how I feel.
Because collect quests get old fast. Even when the thing I'm collecting looks like has a different model than the thing I was collecting before.
Mm-hmm.
I do think
Oh, I feel that.
I do enjoy the questing system because as opposed to say like passive growth where you can just top off your food, water, go find a bush somewhere and lay down until you need to feed yourself again. Looking at you community servers. I think that questing forces you to engage with the map and to not stay in one place, and it
Yep.
kind of forces everybody to have organic encounters with other players because they're not allowed to just sit in one place. I mean, they can.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
nah.
Exactly. And that's also kind of why I like it. I like the simple mechanic of it, and I like that. But I know what you mean about it can get kind of boring. Like,
But there is
Before this map came
hope.
out-
There is hope because Matt
Yeah.
Matt has mentioned several times that there's really interesting new types of quests, but we have to wait on the Dino AI for that. So like while I
sure.
probably agree with you that collect quests are here to stay to some extent, I cannot wait for the day when they are no longer the primary form of quest. I don't
main
mind a
thing,
collect quest
for
every
sure.
now and again, but when it's not the main thing, I'm gonna be so happy. And I know
Oh, yeah.
that it's not gonna be. Okay, I don't know it's not gonna be the main thing, but I know it's not gonna be the only thing. Because we've been told as much.
20%. Sorry.
Oh, then just hop off.
Yeah.
The water's really
Yeah,
shallow.
hop
Why
off,
are
yeah.
you riding me?
Oh no. But what I was gonna say is what might actually work as a sort of temporary solution for that boredom a little bit, maybe, is how there's like how all of the nodes are like the flowers spawn here every single time. Well, if there was a couple of different nodes that activated every sort of few minutes or something, so they spawned in different places, but in the same general area of the POI, but it was sort of randomized. So you actually had to turn on a neuron in order to find them and didn't have to go to the same place for the flower every time.
I don't
I don't
know. I feel like that would cause lag problems.
Not really.
Because
I don't know
then
about that,
you're
because
asking the
you get-
server to. I don't know. I feel like that's
But
adding
they
to
do
the
that with
server
critter
workload.
generation. Maybe. Critter
Maybe.
generation does that though.
Yeah, but critters are temporary entities. You're talking about quest nodes that will sit there until somebody interacts with them.
Mm-hmm. I'd need to see the infrastructure of that, but it was just a thought.
Granted, I am playing devil's advocate to the idea. I'm not opposed to it, but
course.
I try to keep my willingness to support an idea. I try to temper it with how would a dev look at this issue? Like how much
Yep,
work would
same.
this be, and is it worth that much work?
Yeah, for sure. Same.
Like I don't want to give Matt I don't want to be like, hey Matt, can you fix this or do this, and have it be something really complicated that takes a butt ton of work and realistically has a very, very, very small impact on the gameplay experience.
It is always more complicated. It is always more complicated.
It's all
than
yeah,
the
it's always
suggested
more
makes it sound.
complicated than we think.
Always.
Every time.
And I am spitballing here, but
Which I think, now that we've mentioned developer-mindedness when it comes to feedback and criticism,
oh yes.
can we talk about the fact that the player base seems really bad at doing that? Just
Yeah,
generally
we
speaking.
can talk about that if you want.
Like-
yeah, I think that
There's
Yeah.
this
Go on.
there's this attitude of I want in the community, and it just never fucking stops. And at some point I have to ask, guys, they've heard you say that 500 times now. You've been repeating it for 5 months. Can we maybe
Yep.
lay off of it for a little while?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How many times do the devs have to
There's-
say we hear you before you get the message that development time takes a lot longer than feedback time does? I can sit here, I can spitball an idea on a post-it note and throw it at the wall, and maybe it sticks, and that'll take me 5 minutes. But I might have just presented to Matt an idea that might take him 5 weeks of work.
Oh, probably more.
Or
depending
more.
on what it is.
Or more.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, and then you gotta implement it, and then you gotta QA it, because inevitably the implementation will have broken something else that you're not aware of immediately, and then maybe fixing that has broken something else that you fixed before, and now you've got to fix both of them again. And that takes time, and that's why when people say stuff like, "Oh, this thing that I wanted, it's been 3 months and it hasn't been addressed," and I'm like, "Honey, 3 months, 3 months is nothing. 3 months is looking at the problem. Okay."
You ready for your next magic carpet ride?
Yeah,
Alright.
sure am. Just getting a drink.
Yeah. I just like
It boils my blood every time I see this criticism from the community about devs are taking too long. Rah, 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 rah.
they're going as fast as they can, guys. Relax.
Tell me you've never worked in the industry without telling me you've never worked in the industry. Like,
gosh, yeah, honestly.
this whole thing about like, well, it's such and such a months after Christmas, and it's like, yeah, check it, okay.
They were on
Christmas
holiday.
is an extremely disrupted work month, and not just for them, but for everybody else. So like all the people doing all of the approvals for the patches, all of that stuff that's got to go through certification and everything. They're also backed up too, because guess what? They were just on holiday too. Okay. So why is everything Alderon's fault? You know what I mean? It's like.
I said earlier on the stream that there would be no game without the players. The other side of that coin is there would be no game without the developers, guys.
Yeah.
You can hop off.
Thank you. And something that's great about this game is how active and involved the devs are. You don't see that in a whole lot of games with quality like this.
I mean,
Like,
shit,
there's a
y'all.
lot of
We've
sort
got
of AAA.
we've got Alderon Matt in here engaging with the conversation. Do you know how few games the developers will go to a stream about their game and interact and discuss and be transparent with their community? Do you know how lucky you are to have that? It is a privilege that you get to experience this. A privilege that can and could potentially be revoked if you decide to be assholes. So don't be assholes.
I've seen it happen before in fan communities before. So way back in back when real dinosaurs walked the earth, I used to be a member of the live journal communities for the Mass Effect fandom. And one of the writers, the character writers for the game, used to frequent the fandom community until everybody pissed and moaned about everything all the time, forever, constantly, until they left and never came back.
Crazy.
And I remember I used to tell people, guys, we've got the person here listening to us, trying to say stuff. Can you at least try and make things about the work? Can you talk about the work as work and not about how it reflects on him as a person? Can we separate these two things, please? Because this is how you get division, you know, and it just, yep. People don't learn.
We are blessed that Matt rules with an iron fist.
Or not, as the case may be. I mean, I, for one, am very surprised to see how much that the devs engage with community, like, personally. And I think that's wonderful to see, and it's definitely something that is taken for granted, I think, a lot of the time.
Every time Jakey
That's
goes
fine.
into backer chat, she's never being serious and is always being a goob, and it's really funny to me. Like, she's, like, it's just so absurdist trolling with teasing the community. I love it so much.
Yeah. So, speaking about emergent culture and emergent gameplay and stuff like that, because that's an issue very sort of near and dear to my heart personally.
Right.
I think that there are some ways that would be fun to lean into that a little bit, like with how much people want to express themselves and things like that in the game. And I think having the ability to, well, get more skins would be great. I know that that's just like more work and stuff like that, but I mean old stuff that exists, you know? Like bringing back some of the old stuff. Because there are loads of skins in the shop and stuff like that that I will never get. I just can't get them. You know, I can't get them because they don't come back reliably. The shop, I feel, doesn't cycle often. And that's, you know, there's undoubtedly going to be reasons for that I'm not privy to, and that's completely fine. But just speaking as somebody who likes to engage in that side of things, and I think that's a big part of the community, is customizing your dinosaur and stuff. I would like to see some of the old stuff that's largely inaccessible come back a little bit more regularly. I think it's great that like the Sweetheart pack has come back, but I also bought that when it came out, and I want to throw more money at the developers, and I can't. I don't have enough opportunities to throw money at them.
Yeah, I wonder what the advantages are, like financially, to having it on in like an unscheduled like I won't say unscheduled rotation, but having that schedule be private, right? Like the players don't have access.
Yeah.
Like we don't know when a bundle's gonna come back until it does. I wonder what the like. I feel like Alderaan would have weighed the pros and cons of having a rotation versus just having a completely open shop with every item available on it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying every item. It's just like I would like to see the rotation.
But yeah, I definitely think like too many microtransactions on like in front of somebody's face on an early access game can be a huge turnoff. So I completely understand why it's on a rotation.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't want to overload somebody with a bunch of purchasables that cost extra money beyond what you've already spent on the game, you know? And also, it's respectful of their players' wallets, because they're not allowing them, they're not necessarily enabling them to just, like, throw endless pits of money.
Oh, this is not Dinosaur Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not stealing Dad's credit card to get fucking V-Bucks for Path of Titans.
Yeah, right. But hey, at the same time, money is some money is on the table.
Get on! I'm trying to feed you.
Players like me. Okay. Sorry. Yapping.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Speaking of feed. Oh, that was weird. What in the... Okay, these lily pads are doing something to
They
me.
have some weird collision. It's because you gotta, like, you know, smalls are supposed to walk on them and stuff.
Okay,
But
is this the only bars? Is the question. I hope so.
Hello,
because we're gonna fight it. Because I want food.
We're fighting the bars.
We're fighting a bars.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna help this Spino.
Okay.
Hop off.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's just gonna face ball.
No, it's okay. I got this.
Okay. I'm very not experienced with this guy. Do you know what? I think you two Spinos probably have that covered. I think if I run into that, that's going to be unpleasant for me.
And there's my eyeball.
Nice. Oh yeah, I can't eat that because I put on scavenger.
I will take a chunk with me, so that way if you need to home cave, swap diets or something. I guess that won't really help. There's no home caves nearby. I'll get you some fish. Well, actually, no, we'll find you some clams. I know where some clams are. You can eat those.
Yeah. I want to eat the player corpse too, even if I only get a little bit.
Teamed up with loading screen Spino? Yes, I did team up with the loading screen Spino. Loading screen Spino looks beautiful. Oh, damn it. Here comes Arbiter.
Who?
There's a bug tracker Spino swimming towards us, and he might be looking to pick a fight, but we will see. Or he's just here for food. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm taking you to clams, so we're going inland.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you can eat these right here. These snail shells.
Ah.
Those are
right,
edible.
you're right, I can.
Yeah.
I never use forager ever.
It's scavenger. Foragers for
Why
herbivores.
does it say I can eat? Why? No, I can't eat it.
Okay, that's weird.
Just
Maybe you can't. Maybe you can...
Collect or pick up.
Okay, alright. Maybe you can't eat it with your scav diet. Maybe you have to eat bones and carrion. So we're gonna look for bones and carrion.
Bones and carrion, yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, if we find a curious den, that should have a couple of bone piles for you to chew on. There should be one around here. Anyway, what were we
Yeah.
talking about before I got distracted by a cow and wanted to eat it?
The culture of criticism and how, like, you know, talking about these things is the blessing and the curse of the Path community is that they're very vocal and very passionate, and I think that you can get passion sort of aimed in the wrong directions,
That's true.
and that, you know, I can't even tell you, like, I watch a lot of Path content on YouTube and stuff like that just because I'm kind of obsessed with this game for various reasons, but like so many people, when I can't even tell you how many times it's like 10 things I hate about Path, and it's like the same things every time that just
Oh,
I don't
stirring
know,
den
don't-
found. Go to
nice.
go to Aegis, the compass marker
nice, will do.
right over there.
That I feel that it's complaining about symptoms rather than the cause, and that a lot of the time it's just like there's so much stuff that is just complaining about it without offering any solutions, like any real solutions. It's just like, this
that's
sucks and it's
a-
bad.
That's a big thing I
You know what I mean?
dislike, because, like, if you're gonna say something's bad or that you don't like something, I, as a fellow member of the community, would appreciate it if you were capable of articulating why.
Yes, why? Why is it bad? Just saying it's bad doesn't help anybody. It's like, it. Okay,
Yeah, that's
why
just
is
spreading
it bad?
negativity for the sake of spreading negativity. There's no constructive potential from that.
Mhm.
Right? Like, if we don't know why you think it's bad, then we risk coming up with a solution that ends up being worse for you. Because we
Right.
don't understand the fundamental issues you're having with the current system. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Instead of,
But-
like, this is the thing. It's something that I call the, well, I'm sure other people call it this too, but the AVGN effect, where, like, people learned on the internet that, like, screaming about how much they hate stuff is the popular way to do it online. And I think it's kind of reduced media literacy in a sense of being people's ability to dissect and articulate. Woo. Yep. That's okay. I deserve to get bonked on the nose for that.
oh shoot, I accidentally canceled it. Oh, I'm bad. I'm bad at PvE. Can confirm, I suck at PvE.
I mean, when ambies are particularly difficult because they sort of like just spin around on their root axis, and it's you know, it can be a
Yeah.
bit tricky to hit with their torso stuff.
When they get underneath Spino's really long body and you're trying to hit it with a bite, but it's too far underneath you. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, we all
Icky.
know how I feel about alpha critters in particular, yeah.
Matt said most of the time we're not told why someone doesn't like something, just have to figure it out. And that sucks. That's the state
Yeah.
of feedback. Like,
Yeah, because what are you supposed to do with that? You can't just, you know, it's bad, okay, you know, and then you're left to guesstimate, and then guesstimation costs time and effort and doesn't necessarily strike as to why. So when I'm examining this stuff, I'm always trying to yes and it, you know? I'm always trying to drill down into why is it like this? Why am I upset about it? Also, I want to keep it, you know, keep within the spirit of it. Yes and the design, you know? And I
mhm.
just think that more communities in general could learn how to do that
Yeah,
before
honestly.
opening their mouths.
I mean, and not to mention, but like, there's a time and a place for criticism. And
Mhm.
I say that because, like you mentioned, there are those videos of 10 things I hate about Path of Titans, and it's always the same stuff. Okay? You know why it's always the same stuff? Because they don't understand that that topic has already been discussed to absolute death. The horse was turned into paste. Okay? The vultures left
It's
nothing.
never mind dead, yeah. Yeah.
The like It's already been talked about. The devs already know, and they're working on it. Like, I myself, after Adichin's video, after, like, Capro's most recent video, I was really asking myself, should I make a criticism? Like, should I make a video talking about my criticisms of Path of Titans? And I sat there, and I really thought about it, and I was like, no. No, I shouldn't, because I'm not going to be saying anything new. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been said, and I've already been told that this year is going to be a complete game changer of a year for Path. So if anything, what we should be collectively doing is holding our breath and saving it for when changes start to roll in. Right?
I can see that. I also think that you never know, though. Like, if somebody is taking what the work is seriously and taking what you've put out seriously, that there's never any harm in engaging with it in that way. So long as you're
constructive about it. But the problem is whenever you're sitting there parroting the same points everybody else has parroted, and you're only saying it because everyone else is saying it, and you're just being like a complete troglodyte about it, that's not productive. That's not helpful. Nope. Like nice opinion, bro. Did a YouTuber give it to you?
Right?
Oh, there's carrion here. You should eat that.
Oh, cool. I feel so sorry for all of these nondescript hadrosaurs.
That was a very Canadian thing of you to say.
What?
You said,
sorry?
I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, we do say it like that. I noticed that because the last time I went to Canada, I was on a flight back, and every 2 seconds, sorry. And I was like, do we actually say it like that?
Yes, you do. You 100% do.
We also say it's not. Everybody makes the joke about it's a boot, right? But it isn't. The secret to the Canadian accent there is it's a boat. Don't worry about it. Right? I didn't say a boot. It's a boat. That's how that works. I will die on this hill.
Real quick, I want to double back to something that was mentioned in chat some time ago. And I bring this up because I mentioned it just recently, and that reminded me that somebody had asked about it. Tyrant asked if I had watched the Path video made by Capro comparing Path of Titans combat to Marvel Rivals. But not in the sense of, like, they are the same, but more in the sense of, like, I wish Path's combat was more diverse and more like this.
Yes, I have seen that video, yeah. The first 2 minutes of it are explaining, like, Gambit's abilities, right?
Yes, it's talking about Gambit.
Yeah, I did see that video, yeah. I'm not sure that a game like Marvel Heroes is it. I'm
Rivals?
not sure that that's an... yes, Marvel Rivals. I'm sorry, it's starting to get late for me. It's 2:44 in the morning, so if I make some silly mistakes...
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure that that's a great comparison point.
It's a hero
Path.
shooter.
Yeah, it's... like... I do see what he's saying in that he... At least I think I see what he's saying, in that he struggles personally to see different identities with all of these playables, and that he classifies them all as support. And I don't.
I'm
see
sorry, but why?
It's apple and oranges here.
You can boil it down to saying knockback kits are support. Like, I mean, they're a unique utility that play a supportive role. That doesn't make it a support. You can't classify... I personally don't really think you can you can shove any one playable into an archetype of, like, support, tank, or DPS.
No, especially because, at least on its face, it seems like all of these dinosaurs are at least, ostensibly meant to be able to survive on their own, right? So they need to sort of be able to... well, they need... I don't know, though. Combat Lambio can 1v1 a surprising amount of stuff, but anyway. each dinosaur is meant to sort of support itself in its own way, right? So,
Yeah.
to me, each thing having an ability that does something a bit weird or a bit off the cuff, it seems like a natural point of what you do.
Like,
Also,
that's
when you're dealing
dynamic.
with this stuff, it's dynamic, and also a lot of dinosaurs, especially if they're meat eaters, they got 2 feet and a big face with a lot of teeth. Okay, so that's difficult to differentiate 20 times over. You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to think outside the box.
how many different ways can a dinosaur bite, you know, like, really?
Yeah, you need to really think outside the box with it, and I'm sorry, but that's not necessarily always possible all the time when you're trying to create a game like I think what Path is, which
Mhm.
has a certain amount of intended immersion and stuff like that. And obviously it's not completely that way all the time. You know, I mean, we're playing a dinosaur game that has AoE attacks and buffs and stuff, right? Like
Yeah, like
but
Spino's a fucking wizard. It can make whirlpools with its tail. It's awesome.
yeah, you know, you're playing a Spino mage and stuff and whatever.
I'm over here fucking waterbending in a dinosaur game. It's dope as hell. Give me more.
So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like I was watching that video and really trying to take into account the feeling or intended spirit of what he's trying to say. But the fact that it's articulated, I think, relatively poorly, and half of the video is spent talking about, in my opinion, a poor comparison point for the game anyway, sort of makes it lose it for me. And I mean, hey, that's just me, but I don't think that Tyrannosaurus is a support, bro.
Just because it has support-oriented abilities doesn't mean that it's not a freaking DPS role, people. Okay?
It's not even a support-oriented thing.
Have you ever seen an engaging hero shooter where the DPS's buttons consist of shoot gun, reload gun, and nothing else? No! They have team synergies baked into their kits, so saying that, like, just because Rex has team synergy baked into its kit makes it a support is a load of bollocks! You cannot convince
Also,
me otherwise.
It's a stealth hunter too. Like it's a pseudo tank. It's combined with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna. Why are you turning towards me?
Can I actually?
No, you can't.
Can I
turn around?
Oh, I see. Yep, I see. I see what you're trying to do here. Okay. I was trying to prank you. I didn't know if I could actually pounce like in
While
the
you're in the water,
but
no.
Yeah.
While you're already swimming, you're kind of just screwed.
Have I mentioned it's 10 to 3 in the morning?
You did. Yeah,
I did.
You've mentioned that twice now within 5 minutes.
Yeah. So.
Here, I brought you a fish.
Brain is not functioning completely.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, good. Thank you for the fish. Pretty
Matt mentioned. So Matt kind of beat me to the punch because, like, in chat, because I was gonna talk about this, but you were still yapping, and I was gonna let you yap.
Sorry.
And no, don't apologize. Matt mentioned that people are asking to make combat more complicated, and other people are saying it's too complicated already. And he said ultimately when the game gets PvE, it'll be more interesting because right now, if people just focus on the PvP and PvP skill, because the game is currently shallow and only has PvP to offer. When it's intended to be a PvPvE experience. Granted, I'm shorthanding what he said. This is not all word for word. I'm just kind of like flowing this. He said a lot of solo abilities were abused by groups, hence why they're removed. And he also said people pick abilities only for PvP right now. In the future, you may pick a worse PvP ability for better PvE. Why do you think I'm running Claw Slam, Matt? It's them damn alpha critters. I know what I'm doing. I know what you're cooking, Matt, and I'm ahead of you. I am ahead of you. I'm ahead of the ball game. I'm ahead of the curve. I'm already adapting. So when the PvE hits, I'm gonna be cooking. Oh, also, you're gonna want to hop on. We're gonna go on another magic carpet ride.
All right.
There's always treasure behind the waterfalls.
There is.
Oh, that is not an air pocket.
It wasn't.
Welp. I feel bad
That's
for the
fine.
ramp.
Oh dear.
Let's hope that we get to the top quickly.
Damn 50?
Stam's not the worry right now. And
Nope, air
we're
70.
up. Okay.
Yeah.
Your air lasts longer than your stam, I think.
Yep. It does.
Welcome to the edge of the map.
I'm guessing that's
There's more
because
bones over
of,
there, by the way. I brought you to more food.
Ooh, nice. Nice. Thank you. I'm guessing that's because of when they changed it so that it's a little bit easier for people, like everyone, to cross rivers, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone's oxygen was... I mean, maybe they increased
Buffed
their
a bit.
oxygen when they buffed the swimming stam across the board. I don't quite know.
Mm.
But it does make sense that larger playables with big lungs have better oxygen than Ramp, which is a bird-ish type thing.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to test is I want to test what my cooldown on my Dazing Bellows is with these 2 ramps on me. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Ooh! Okay, so 2 ramps can shave 30 seconds of downtime off of the cooldown for Dazing Bellows. When
Very
normally
nice,
it
very
has
nice.
60 seconds of
Whoa.
60 seconds of downtime. That's interesting. Yes, I know it's a flying reptile honk.
I don't know. It's a dinosaur, because this isn't a dinosaur game, so isn't everything in this game
Yeah,
a dinosaur?
don't you know Meg's a dinosaur? Megalania's a
Yeah,
dinosaur.
it's a dinosaur.
They're all
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
so Thal's a dinosaur.
Thal's a
Hat's
dinosaur. Mosasaurus, or sorry, Tylosaurus is a dinosaur.
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 It's a dinosaur.
Okay, I'm going to look back over your pinned message you sent me, because I want to know if there's anything else. Ooh, okay.
I mean-
Is this a good time to talk about how we feel the devs have responded to feedback in the past?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
With the live studio audience of the guy that's only gonna judge us a little bit for our takes.
Uh-huh. Here I am, standing absolutely fearless and not quaking in my boots. Okay.
Speak the truth. Don't be a kiss ass.
Never. Hey man, fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death. Okay, where did I put in my notes? Because I actually had notes about this, because I had examples that I thought were really cool and great examples of listening to community feedback, and then examples that I felt were a little bit maybe not as strong. And I have lost the ability to read. Hold on.
I'm gonna let you ramble off, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents after the fact.
Sure, okay, so positive examples of how I think the game has adapted to feedback is the revenge kill timer. I think the implementation of that, like I think that was like put into the game was a great way to like address a lot of complaints. The map population icon, you know, like the red face that we discussed earlier where I was talking about
Letting
maybe,
solos avoid
maybe-
hotspots and avoid mega packs.
Yeah, yes,
also
ending
good.
that design and yeah. Balance change tests, like the tests that they invite the community to.
The playtest branch.
Yep, I think that's great. I think that also allows for a big avenue of hearing. I like the example of when the Serato TLC came out, and there was a lot of abilities in its kit that were extremely situational, like required you
They
to
straight up
literally-
didn't work if you weren't near a corpse.
Yeah, they didn't work if you weren't near a corpse, and it was essentially kind of a wasted ability slot, because you know, how am I supposed to make the kill if my attacks, which I need to make kill, don't work unless it's a body? Like, stuff like that. So they listened to that, and they changed it so that, yeah, you can use those attacks anytime. They're just stronger when you're near a body, which I think is fantastic. That's a great idea, and the way to listen to it. That issue with the Titan skin pack that was costing money when that released, and the community was upset about that for various reasons, and then that was walked back and changed. I think that was an amazing listening to the community on that. And the Rex TLC in general, like the way that people explained how they felt about how they wanted the Rex to play, and then the TLC really leaned into like all of that and made it like this big slow thing that had the ability to be totally silent and really ambush, with burst damage and stuff. I think that was amazing. Then I have two examples, I think, that were maybe not so strong. One was, recently Hats was made pseudo-recently. Hats was made a little bit unplayable with its core drains for a while. Like, the rate of its hunger and food drains were just shot through the roof. And I think that was in response to a lot of people complaining about Hats being a revenge-killing machine, which I totally understand. But I just, for a while, Hats was just totally unplayable, and they just weren't in the game because
those
they
were
were
good
impossible
times.
to manage. In a way,
I
yes,
miss
but
those
it isn't
days.
playable. I understand, but it isn't playable, and it's meant in the vanilla roster, and it's supposed to be there, right? So the fact that it was rendered totally unusable, I think, is like a strange overcorrection. It's just not one that I fully understand.
I mean, they did fix it later.
Yeah, I mean, it still is pretty intense, but it's yeah.
I mean, it has
all
to
of
be
these things were
intense,
work in
because if it
progress.
healed just as well as everything else in its weight class, nothing would be able to compete.
Mhm.
It's too
Yeah.
it's too safe to be a flyer. It's too safe.
No, I get it. I get it.
I'll mention something that I brought up in
Yeah.
backer chat one time, because it got quite the heated response when I said this, okay?
Ooh, okay.
I-
Spill the tea.
I threw out a hot take into backer chat a week or two ago, and I said that if Hatsagoptrix was disabled on official servers until
Yeah.
matchmaking changes were rolled out, that I would enjoy the game more, and I would be happier.
I can see that.
And a lot of people were really pissed at me for saying that, and argued with me about it. And they're
Interesting.
like, they were trying to tell me that it's disingenuous to remove an entire playable from the game just because you had one bad experience. And I thought that argument was disingenuous, because it's like, dude, it's not one bad experience. I
not
just
one
gave
bad
you one
experience.
example.
Yeah.
You know? Like, Hats
completely.
is a nuisance. It is a nuisance. Anytime it, and like, just because actual Hats players play Hats the way it's supposed to be played doesn't mean everyone else isn't using it to revenge kill,
Yep.
because they are, right? And
Yep.
it's an overall negative impact on the gameplay experience. I would argue it's
Yeah.
a more negative impact than it is a positive one. This is my opinion, but I feel that if it were disabled, it would be a net gain in fun across the entire community if Hats was disabled, because more people would be relieved that it's not something they have to worry about while they're waiting for matchmaking, and everyone else would just be a little bit butthurt that they had to wait for it to come back.
I feel you. I definitely. Yeah. I mean.
And
Yeah.
like, to an extent, I understand of like, well, you don't want to crump on the Hats players' fun, and it's like, well, maybe not, but what is it they're doing that they're having fun with? Being irresponsible, being trolls, being nuisances, being like gremlins,
Yeah, making the experience
goblins with wings,
worse.
making the experience worse. That's how they're getting their kicks. Is that something we should really have? I mean, the devs promised Hatsagoptrix to be in the game, so I can't sit here and be like, get rid of Hatsagoptrix, get rid of Thalassodromius. I'm not gonna say that. But, like, would it really have been that bad? Bear in mind, I'm not saying the devs should waste their time doing that.
Mhm.
At the moment, they've got other stuff they're working on, right? Matchmaking changes are pretty much right around the corner. You know, like, at this point, it wouldn't really do anything other than stir up a big fuss and make a bunch of people pissed off for basically no reason. But the sentiment was one that I've felt for a long time. And
I can definitely sympathize with that. Yeah, I mean,
like, it wouldn't be the first time the devs have disabled
play.
something that wasn't being like working properly. Now, granted, I don't know if they've necessarily disabled an entire playable, but I do recall them disabling certain abilities that had very, very powerful exploitable bugs at one point. You know, so it's not completely out of this world that they might do something like that. But that aside, right? I think you're probably right, or I'll concede that maybe you know where you're coming from, or like that. Sorry, my English is short-circuiting because I haven't finished my beer yet. I will like tip my hat to your stance that it probably could have been handled better, but understand that that's coming from a place of somebody who cheers anytime Hats gets a nerf. I cheer. I'm happy. I'm over the moon. Anytime that playable is less useful, I'm relieved. I am ecstatic.
I get it.
I
kind of feel that way about Anno. I don't like Anno.
Anno nerfs. W Anno nerfs. Let's get them.
Yeah.
Let's nerf it into the ground. Make it clamp all around. Make hashtag make Anno clampable again.
Yes.
That would be based.
Days when Anno was actually clampable because that was a way to deal with them. So on my deathmatch server, Annos are disabled because I don't like the way that people play them, and I don't like to fight them. They're so dull.
They're a stat wall. Unless you've got a bleeder. Unless you've got a bleeder comp, they're a stat wall.
Yep.
You either pass the DPS check or you die.
Even then, if you have a bleeder comp, like on my sty or whatever like that, it's...
Well, you don't 1v1 the Anno with a sty. You 3v1 the Anno with like 3 sties, and
yes,
that's how you do it. Which that's kind of part of the power fantasy of Anno, I guess, because it's so damn slow. It's an optional fight at the end of the day, so like it can't really be that bad.
It's so dull. So yeah, we both have hatred in our hearts, it seems. We both have deep-seated rage. For you, it's Hats, and I do feel that. And for me, it's Anno.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
And that's fine. You know, it's understandable. I think both of our perspectives are...
Bear in mind, just because I pop a bottle of champagne every time Hats sees horrific nerfs, that doesn't mean that I hate Hats players. Like, if you enjoy Hats, you're just enjoying the game. Like, no hate to you.
Yes.
But, I mean, I'm still gonna be happy that it's worse because of the bad actors using it for bad things and naughty deeds.
Yep.
You know,
Dirty
Dirty Hats players. I am a little bit discriminatory against Hats. You could say I'm a bit of a speciesist in that sense.
Yep. Me too. Oh yeah, like I don't baby kill and stuff unless it's an Anno.
Oh, see.
Yeah,
weak.
I'm one of those.
Weak. You're weak.
No, I see it, and I everything turns red. I see one, and everything turns red. It's just it's over. Game over.
I also think the devs are pretty good at responding to feedback in a positive manner. I can't really think of an instance where they've responded in a bad way.
No.
Asterisk
I
in that's me saying I can't recall. Which if I can't recall it, it probably wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It probably wasn't all that important if I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're getting fed bones and you're walking past them.
I am. I'm
They're
super
they're
not
trying
used to
they're
eating
trying to
those.
keep the jukebox fed.
Yes. Thank you.
I guess I don't
should've
really
come
have
on time,
anything
so I could
to.
just eat my bushes.
I guess I don't really have anything to add to that I haven't already said before on other streams. You know, which like, I mean, I guess I can just very briefly go over the one thing that sticks out to me in terms of like, you know, a walk
Right,
back
I mean,
based on feedback, and that's Tyranititan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I think they responded to the feedback well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna. I it's weird that I seem to bring that particular subject up every time Matt's here. It's not intentional, I promise. but I mean, I was happy with how they handled it at the end of the day, you know? Like, I was fine with it.
Good, okay. Uh-huh. For me, I'll tell you one thing. I miss the ability...
Shite.
Oops.
I just accidentally killing ramps. Oh no. Oh no, the ramps are dying. I admittedly forgot that Aegis was on my hip. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna kill these critters and just fucking... I'm sorry, Aegis. I didn't mean to do that, bro. I mean, I did mean to hit the button. I just didn't mean to kill you.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, I was saying, I miss the ability to be able to cancel certain moves with other certain moves. So I remember, like, T-Rex used to be able to stomp, and if you timed it right, you could run into a T-Rex and, like, use shove or something like that and interrupt the stomp.
What are you
and
talking
you had
about?
to do it
You
in
can
a very
still
specific way.
You can still do that.
What?
Yeah, there's
You can interrupt.
you can interrupt moves. There are moves that are interruptible.
No, there are some, but, like, you know, stomping and stuff, isn't that gone now?
Claw slam. Canceled by knockback.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm simply wrong. I mean, like, I remember that the stomping for the T-Rex was, like, you know, the ability to cancel that was, like, removed for a while. Then it must have been temporary, and
Well, Rex
just
doesn't have
wrong.
stomp anymore, so
No, it doesn't.
like,
It doesn't.
It doesn't
so
matter.
I know that. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, Spino's
wrong.
Spino's claw
could
slam
be
is
wrong.
canceled by knockback.
Right. So that's 2 times I've ever been wrong in my life. So the first time was in 1992 when I was a child. I put my shoes on the wrong way. I put shoes on the wrong feet. And I told my dad I'm never going to do that ever again. And then I didn't. And then the second time was just now. Incredible.
All right, I'm gonna go look at your pinned comments again in our DMs. What do we currently feel is great about the user experience, and what do we think still needs work?
Ooh. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Okay. Well, first I need to clarify. What did you mean by user experience?
I guess the player experience. You know, just how it feels to play the game. How it feels to engage with its systems. How easy that is.
I think. How easy it is?
How smooth it is to have. Yeah. How smooth it is. I should say, not easy necessarily, but smooth. How smooth is it?
Well, I oftentimes... Now, granted, this is coming from the perspective of an Apex player, so take this with a grain of salt. This isn't necessarily true with for the smaller slot sizes.
Sure.
But... Well, actually, no, I can make this analogy. Mid-tiers and below are playing Dark Souls 3. Apexes are playing Dark Souls 2.
Okay. Now, I understand that. At least I think I do intuitively because I am a Souls player.
I will explain on
Yes.
the behalf of the viewers here who may not understand what I'm trying to say. Dark Souls 3 combat is fast, fluid, reactive, and you have to, like, and timings are everything. Right? Timing is everything. Everything's frantic. Everything's happening all at once. It's all chaos. It's all really difficult to keep track of, and so you pretty much have to have like you have to have youthful amounts of like attention and reactivity and responsiveness to be able to do really well in those situations.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 combat is much more slow-paced. Every singular input that you do matters, but in a way that isn't felt like you don't get retaliated instantly and then you're back up and resetting neutral. Like, there's a certain tempo to Dark Souls 2 that you have to follow with. You have to have patience. You have to approach it with a sort of poised sluggishness. And that's how fighting with Apexes feels to me, where it's like every little input you do matters, but it's all on a smaller scale, so to speak, because like look how fast you run. Run. Like and now try and run circles around that Latin right there, you know? Like sprint at it and imagine if it was running from you and you're trying to chase it and it's weaving through trees and everything's frantic. Whereas if I've got a Rex in front of me, you know, I'm gonna get in a turn fight. If I fuck up my camera a little bit and I flick too far to the right and I fuck up my turning circle, that could cost me the fight. But it's gonna take a while for me to get there. And so I have more opportunities to make good plays and force my opponent to make more mistakes to try and close that gap. And so there's a lot more tug of war with Apex fights, assuming you're not just face tanking each other.
Yeah.
Matt mentioned there's a reason Dark Souls is single player mostly with low player count in a multiplayer game. If there's too much dependence on timing, it can have problems with desync.
Yep.
I mean, Path already has that issue with client-side hit registration.
Yes.
Ping differences causing Bluetooth bytes and stuff because of that, you know?
That's why when I play with North American friends, I only play
Path
small things.
Path is a lot more low stakes than Dark Souls is, but so it doesn't it's not that big of a deal. But
oh no, I would say that it is a big of a deal. When I feel like I'm bit unfairly, and I don't mean unfairly as in oh, the player was being a knob or whatever. I mean unfairly as in the game should not have counted that hit. That was not a hit. That's unreasonable. I know that I maneuvered correctly and that it's just down to networking issues and stuff. That is a big deal because it can turn the tide of the battle due to no error, you know?
that's true. And hopefully they can come up with a fix for it at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they plan to. I don't have any doubt about that.
I'm sure the combat system in general.
Or is this just a cliff?
The combat
this is just a cliff.
I think it's just a cliff around here.
Okay. I'm gonna do something a little bit
area.
crazy and a little bit ballsy. You're definitely not gonna be able to follow me in doing this, so good luck, find your own way down. But I'm gonna go cliff jumping. On a Spino. It's gonna be great. It's gonna go perfectly. Nothing is gonna go wrong. This is gonna go exactly
in such a way that I cannot
you will
much less
actually
glass ankles than you.
I think if you're pounced on me, you'll live. I'm pretty sure you will.
You know what they say.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's do it. Yep. I'm down for an experiment. Because you know what? If I die, I'll just come back as my style and we can be disgusting, horrible, filthy mix packers who suck and are awful. Not fight anything because all we tend to be doing is just walking around and talking anyway, so that's fine.
So to get back to the question of what do we think is enjoyable about the user experience?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I live this.
Let's go!
Let's go, baby!
Geronimo!
Oh my god, he killed us.
Oh no. Yeah, thanks.
Landon just killed me.
He damaged it all.
Landon just killed me.
He messed up our trajectory.
Yes, he did. Oh my god.
The dismount pushed us. The dismount pushed us in the middle of the air. Oh my god. I took no damage and you're dead.
I've been sabotaged by my own chat. You better be sorry. You better be. Okay, I respawned at Stillwater. That was gonna be so cool.
That was gonna be the raddest thing ever. Where did you spawn? Sorry, still.
I spawned in Stillwater.
Okay. I think that might be where my sty is near. Maybe.
Unfucking believable.
That's incredible, honestly. I'm gonna log into my sty and see where it is. I might be able to meet up with you.
No, I'm literally just north of you. Like, you can just walk out of wind tunnels and we can rendezvous. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It'll be easier for us to traverse the map with you there anyways. Or with you on Akilo anyways.
Okay, okay.
Rippy, thank you for the gifted. I mean,
I have no idea where
I
to
guess
go
I
in this
guess I
area.
feel better about that if I'm getting paid. If I get tipped for it. So oh my god. I can't believe our ramp did that. That's unreal. That's so unreal.
Incredible stuff. I'm just gonna follow these these raptors out of here because I don't know this area at all very well.
The fact that I knew the moment it happened.
Yep.
I could see it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The eye of the universe just opened up in front of us and we were just like, we see our future.
This is what I get for keeping ramps around, honestly.
Yep.
I at this point I should just start killing them. My
Yep.
life would be simpler.
Yep. Except for good luck because ramps are nearly friggin' unkillable when you're big.
Oh my god. So you know that one time I killed this Spino with my ramp?
Mm-hmm. By jumping off of it.
I don't even think he was latched.
I think he was. I think it was the dismount. I think that's
No,
what
I'm pretty sure he flew down and darted into me
Okay.
while I was falling. So, the player experience.
Mm-hmm.
Ramps are bullshit.
Yep.
And I hate them. I hate them, hate
Uh-huh.
them, hate them.
I agree. Yep. I agree. I think that I think for being they are,
I'm kidding.
they should be one-shot kill by everything. No, I'm not.
I'm kidding. I don't actually.
One-shot kill by everything. They're way too tough for what they are. Get wrecked.
Nah, they're fine.
Get wrecked.
They're fine.
I disagree. But that's fine. We can have different opinions. That's okay. We can have different opinions. I need to walk across this.
I do like the combat. Obviously I think the questing isn't finished. I mean,
yeah.
I honestly I really don't know what in this game is in a finished state. I don't really think anything is. Is that weird of me to say?
No?
I don't think anything's finished. I think it all still needs to be polished.
Oh yeah. Certain things that I feel like will get another pass over before it leaves early access. And it's like detail stuff, like the underwater sound, for example. You know, like it doesn't loop particularly well. Things like that. I feel like that will probably change the underwater ambience and things. Lots of stuff that we know and are used to will be very different.
Mm-hmm. True. I'm collecting branches because now I need to regrow.
So what's great about the player experience is clearly a lot of stuff is. I mean, like,
There's a reason
if
people
it
keep coming
wasn't-
back to play it.
Yeah, and play it for hours and hours and hours, and that's not just because, like, let's be frank, some aspects of the game can be a little bit time sinky and a little bit grindy, okay? But that's not the reason that people spend so many hours on this game and grow every playable and, you know, interact with it in the way they do. There's something fundamentally compelling and wonderful about the core concept that I think has really touched a lot of people, and always will and always would.
I think that murder is gonna make me need another beer.
Mm-hmm.
God.
That's fair.
Unreal.
This guy's on Sty, and I'm so jealous. I want to be on Sty. Look at him. Oh, is it Tua? It looks like it might be Tua.
Is that Tua?
No, it's the wrong. No, it's the wrong subspecies to be Tua. He's beautiful though, whoever he is.
I wish I had a killer
thing
before
is-
Crest.
I supported the game way back on Kickstarter, right? And like a billion years ago, and there were skins for supporters on Kickstarters, like Sty
Are you talking
skins.
about the partner skins?
I think so, yeah. And I really desperately wanted one because I supported it way back when, but I think it was before those were a thing or whatever. I'm not sure.
I'm unsure.
I'm not sure, but
I think the partner
Sty
skins
is
were a
my
separate
baby.
thing.
Maybe. Because
Well, hop
Tua
on.
has one, and I'm wildly jealous. Wildly jealous, because Sty is my baby, and I want one. I missed the mount there. Sorry. Ah!
I'll get closer.
That's
Make
the
it easier on you.
scientific exclamation for what happened. Okay. Thank you. Oh!
Oh,
We lost another one.
we lost Arrhenius. I forgot we had another raptor with us now.
Yeah, you're practicing your skills as Raptor Bus.
Nope. You can walk, Landon.
not you.
You can walk.
After your display. But yeah, wildly jealous. Sty is my baby, and I want all the skins for him. Her, I should say. I'd have to check my emails, though. It was a long time ago at this point.
Stam check.
Damn check, 40%.
Roger. We're going to hop off of right up here. Oh, there is a pair of Sarcos underneath us.
Oh, good.
Y'all should get a move on.
Mm-hmm. I will jump
I
up
bet they're
here.
like, what's going on? why are there raptors riding a Spino? Alright,
Mass Spino Transit.
we're gonna go into Crag Bluffs because I feel like it.
Eh.
Because I'd like to quest in peace as opposed to get into a fight right now. Okay, time to look at the points again.
Uh-huh.
What's great about the Path community?
How passionate they are, without a doubt, like how passionate and engaged they are. I love the fact that every day I can go on YouTube and somebody has made another compilation of stuff that I want to watch, like fight compilations or just talking about it or showcasing whatever. Every single day there's so much, and people make like fan art and stuff all the time, and there's always something to look at and enjoy. I love that about them. And I like contributing to it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I I think I haven't had enough personal interactions with the community to really say one way or the other what's fantastic about it. Because admittedly, I try to... Is it bad to say that I try to steer clear of it most of the time?
No.
Like
not bad.
like personally, like obviously, I can't avoid engaging with them to an extent because I'm a content creator. I've got my Discord, and I try to keep like my ear to the ground on things. So I have to look in back
Yeah.
to chat every now and then. I have to stalk the messages Matt sends because I need to know if he's shit talking me again. And like
Again.
and it's just... But other than that, I try to keep a healthy distance from it, you know? I don't try to get too involved. I don't try to get too close.
That's pretty close for being uninvolved there, bro. But I get what you mean.
I keep
Yeah.
them at arm's length, I'll say. How's that sound?
Sure.
Arm's length.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say that, honestly, aside from participating in your Discord and, you know, making stuff myself, most of my interactions with it is parasocial too. Because what I do is I watch Boogeyman YT, you know, like, stuff like that. But how passionate they clearly are comes through in the things that they make.
Yeah.
And even though the official Path Discord and in its main channel and backer chat can be a little wild and a little spicy sometimes.
Can somebody do a cartoonish art piece of Landon's ramp holding my Spino on its shoulders and bench pressing it midair?
I mean, that sounds like I can think of a few people who'd be able to do that. But I
That
could
would
do
be
that
would be hilarious. That's the kind of fan art we need, Chad. That's the kind of fan art we need.
I wish I could jump with these guys on me. I really do. I want to jump around with these fools. Jump around. Hey. Yeah.
Ancient, I'm gonna be honest, I hope Path never gets in-game voice chat. Never, ever, ever. I will pass on the COD lobbies, thank you very much.
Yep. I definitely.
If
yeah,
global,
I remember.
if global is what it is right now, and you add frickin' voice chat,
Imagine prox chat in this game.
oh my god, that'd be an instant uninstall, instant uninstall. Oh my
yeah,
god,
As much as I love this game,
the
and I do
community is
desperately-
so toxic.
Yep.
Maybe they'll get less. So I actually have a theory.
I tried to jump again. I'm sorry.
I have a theory, okay? And
Yeah.
my theory is that the PvE getting implemented is gonna make it worse.
Okay. Why?
Because right now you have KOSers and cuddle pile players, right? They don't like each other, but the KOSers can get away with doing what they do because the PvP is the only thing in this game, right? Okay?
For right now, yeah.
For right now, okay? Well, what happens when you give them something else to do and they still choose not to do it and they still choose to go hunting other players?
Yep.
Well, that's going to make the PvE players very, very angry that they're getting PvP'd on when they want to do the PvE content. And they're going to feel like they're getting gatekept. And it's going to get so much worse. Like, I would love to believe that the community's better than that, but I really don't think they are.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, I know.
Which is why I'm so
personally
excited
for
that we're
me-
going to have the option to disable global. So
Yep,
ready for
hell
it.
yes.
Hell
Get
yeah.
gone.
Hell yeah. Goodbye,
'Cause
global.
that's always the first thing to do. The first thing I do every time I enter a server is I tab over to local and that's it. Every time. Every time. Don't want to see it. Don't want to know.
Also, like, my conscience, I don't think I could handle, like, attacking a T-Rex and then hearing an 8-year-old on the other side saying, please no. Like, that would break my heart. Okay?
Okay, so
if I'm gonna
haven't
bully
played-
the 8-year-old, at least give me the
Let me
bliss
do it
of
in peace.
ignorance.
Yeah, right. Let me do it in peace. So that's the thing. Okay, so Fortnite, I know I keep hammering on about this, but Fortnite has a mode called Delulu, where that is exactly what it is. Is its local proximity chat is enabled for everyone. And the idea is that as the storm shrinks, you make friendship, temporary alliances, make and break alliances and stuff like that until the final showdown, where there's only like, you know, a small group of winners, right? You get that, where you get little baby kids who like crying about, you know, please don't shoot me or whatever, and it's awful. It's genuinely awful, because then you also get weirdos who enjoy that kind of thing, and
Yeah,
go around
sickos
trying
that
to
get off
make
on
kids'
bullying
lives-
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that get off on making kids' lives worse and stuff, and it's like, look, it's just, it's not worth the abuse that can and will and does happen. I just, and this is coming
Yeah.
from, like, you know, a big developer who's got loads of time to put in like all kinds of implementation for moderation and reporting and dealing with the reports and stuff, right? It's just
Matt
not
said he
worth
thinks
it.
the game will get less toxic over time when, after the PvE elements are added, alongside
so.
moderation and chat stuff that they're working on. And I would
Yeah.
hope that that's the case. I would
I
hope
hope
that
so,
the
yeah.
in-game toxicity is reduced, but that doesn't necessarily mean I think that player attitudes are going to cool off. You know?
I know for me, I'm always gonna be a PvP focused person.
Oh, me too. 100%.
As much as, even though I'm like, I come from a background where all I ever play is single player games. I don't typically like competitive games at all. This is the exception for me, is that I'm really into the PvP in this game. Really into it. And I think I'm always gonna be focused in that way. Even when the PvE stuff, I'm gonna be like, cool, that's nice. Awesome, glad I have the option to do
Death,
that.
murder, kill.
Where are the players? Where are the players? Yep.
Where are the players? I want to dumpster on them. I want to show how cool I am.
Sometimes it's just like, where are the players, because I wanna be silly, you know. I wanna hang out and be silly, you know.
My
It's
version
not
of
like
Be
that would go
Silly
away.
is running my sty horn first into the butt end of a T-Rex and not letting it leave alive.
Fair it does. I love hunting Rexes and Apexes as sty. It's my favorite thing
Hot
to do.
take,
That's why I run
Rex is
build
the
that I do.
easiest Apex carnivore to approach as a mid-tier.
Oh, 100%.
They're so easy to
100%
kill.
easy.
Easy.
So easy. Easy peasy.
I kind of wish they
And I'm
made
not
Titan
even
just as easy.
particularly good.
Unfortunately, it has the stupid janky hitbox crap it can do with juke. Which would be a really easy fix. All they gotta do is make it so all of Titan's other abilities gray out while it's juking, and I would feel way better about that fight. But as it stands, that fight is cancer, and I hate it. It's stupid, stinky poo-poo. Duck has the same problem.
Yeah.
It is just as stinky poo-poo. I also dislike the way Duck plays in water combat at the moment.
Why?
Because the devs made a point to remove Crushing Bite from Sarco because they felt that the back off and Charge Bite and recommit playstyle was really annoying to play against.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know how Duck plays in the water?
Like that?
It plays exactly like that, just with Riptide instead of a Charge Bite, which means that the hitbox comes out almost instantly and does almost just as much damage and does bleed. And I hate it because it's really annoying and it's really obnoxious. Because they will only commit when they can land the Riptide, and then they will like use their better turning, skirt behind you, and then they will just water dodge away from you constantly. And I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of it. It's so annoying to fight. Because it's literally just old school Sarco. Just with a different coat of paint and on a different playable.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. the community is so like divided about that, about the removal of charge bite.
Good riddance.
Like,
That playstyle is
I know.
annoying. It's so annoying.
I know. I feel that. I definitely get it. It's amazing that every single day there's always somebody being like, bring back charge fight, like all the time. It's so divisive, because obviously you and I understand how it works, like, you know, more holistically.
There's how it looks on paper, and then there's how it works on practice. And the problem is that if you give charge fight back to Sarko, it's the only thing any one of them are going to use. All right.
Because it's the meta.
And look, it's not the one Sarko with charge bite that's the problem. It's the 3 Sarkos with charge bite, all charge bite cycling you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you've got 3 Sarkos all winding up an attack that does 200 plus damage, and you get hit by all 3 of them at the same time, if you are anything short of an Apex, you are immediately dead. And if you're an Apex, you're basically dead. Because they're just gonna... The only thing they're gonna have to do is do that a second time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're dead.
Oh, yeah, like... Yeah, if you go
and
back
Duck
and
does
watch
the same thing with Riptide. Like, come on. Come on.
I mean, that really does
Why do you
bear
think the
out,
Mega
because
Packs prioritize Dinokairos spam over Spino spam? Did you think about that?
They do, don't they?
They do, and the Riptide BS is exactly why. They all play like that. And I know that because I've fought them multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Even when there's 4 of them, they won't commit to the dog pile. They'll just rotate Riptides.
Yeah. And it's a tough thing too, because it's like, well, if that ability is clearly so fun to play for a lot of people, then removing it is pretty sad, but at the same time...
I mean, being effectively untouchable is pretty nice feeling when you're the one doing it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It's great it's great to feel basically unkillable while also absolutely dumpstering everyone you come across. But like,
the only other solution would be to nerf it to hell, or to buff other things so that felt as viable as it.
If they wanted to leave
Riptide
Riptide with it, the only other solution to fix the playstyle and like make it less obnoxious is to nerf water dodge. Matt is absolutely correct. Something being really OP is really fun, but the experience for both players is what matters more.
Yep.
100%. 100%.
That's died. Did we lose him?
Maybe. Oh, it just occurred to me I'm leaving my raptors behind. Who wants to go to Volcano Islands? Because I want to go back to Volcano Islands. Because that way I have to ferry you around less. Because the waterways are narrow enough that you can just jump them.
Yeah. Oh.
That was rough.
It doesn't work at a slightly diagonal angle.
Yeah,
like that.
Angle of approach matters a lot. What was that?
Get that. That was a misclick.
Well, hurry up. Lats losing stand.
I know. I'm just. Oh, okay.
I really don't know what that was.
Either. It just sort of went through you.
I just realized Iranius has no way of telling me how much stam they have outside of group.
All right, I've got the group tab open. So.
Cool.
I will be able to quickly report.
We're probably gonna have to stop off in Twisted.
This beautiful day. Look at this beautiful day on this island.
Speaking
right
of stopping, y'all get off.
Okay.
Sarko in the water.
There we go.
I'm gonna do something about it real quick because if I don't, it's going to be a problem.
Delete it.
It's an albino.
Lead it.
There's a Melasuko here too. We need to leave. We need to like super mega leave, like go inland kind of leave.
Okay.
Don't run too far ahead of me. I may need you as backup.
Roger, Dodger.
Why are you following me, Sarko? Don't follow me.
It's,
Don't play. I'm not
you know
trusting
who he
that.
is.
I'm not trusting that. I'm not trusting that. Nope. Albino skin making peace offerings? Never in my life. Nope. It's a ruse.
You know who it is.
It's a ruse.
It's a charge bite enjoyer who's come to take his revenge.
Oh my god.
I'm not even wrong, and you know it.
It's so true. Get some water while you're here, by the way. I know
Yeah.
you forget to drink fresh water sometimes.
Sometimes.
What do I think about the current state of Eo Triceratops?
Hmm.
I have a lot of thoughts about Eo.
Me too. I love the
think
idea of Block EO. That's the one that I run. But
Well-
it only works in WQ Warriors.
yeah. Yeah. Ever since they nerfed the cooldown from 1 second to 3 seconds to mitigate block head slam EOs, because block head slam EOs were dumpstering Apex spam, part of me kind of wants them to bring that back. Because you know what block head slam isn't super great against? Mid-tiers.
Yep.
Specifically mid-tier bleeders, but unfortunately the block head slam thing on EO does technically work super well against mid-tiers because of how block works with EO's hurt boxes. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, EO's entire body, with the exception of its tail, receives the damage reduction from the block. It's only, but however, the abilities on it that trigger on hitting the EO while it's blocking, that say that the EO has to take the hit on the head, those only care about the EO getting hit on the head. But EO's entire body gets the damage reduction. Which means that an EO sitting in block, you can't really do anything to it. Unless you're bleeding it. So if they're going to make block EO a good option again, I feel like they have to make block's damage reduction work like Rex's old face tank ability, where it only applies the damage reduction to certain zones on the EO rather than its entire body.
Yeah. That makes sense, because it should be that
Because
I'm
right
spinning around
now,
and using
block
my
on
frill.
EO works like a worse hunker. And that's it's really annoying. Like, the only reason people don't talk about that being annoying is because EO sucks. That's the only reason.
Unfortunately, yeah, it is really easy to just bite over the frill and get a body shot, even despite all of that stuff. Or if they know you're running block, all they have to do is just, oh, you're running block.
I'll just wait to
So
hit
I'll just
you until you decide
wait.
to hit me.
Yep. And then that's it. That's your entire build just completely negated. And that's why I don't play EO right now, even though EO was the very first dinosaur I got to adult all on my own. Rex was the first dinosaur I raised, but EO was the first one that was all mine.
Yeah, if you guys want my full take on what I think about EO, you should go check out Arbiter's TLC tier list that he had me guest on, because I had an entire crash out about EO Trike on that video, and I stand by everything that I said in that video.
That is such a nice skin. That Sty has such a nice skin.
What else can
He's
we
doing
talk
perform
about?
emotes and it's nice. Yeah.
Do you have anything in your notes that we haven't covered?
Let me look. I probably have a bunch of, I have this huge thing, but honestly, some of that I can probably just put into my own video at some point. Yeah, one thing that I wanted to mention about how great the user experience is from a technical level here
Uh-huh.
is that I love the fact that it's cross-platform play because it has a really big install base as a result, and
Oh
I think that's
my
great.
god, that's the whole reason Path is as successful as it is because it's on every platform and every platform is part of the same community.
Yep.
Yes.
All cross-platform.
I cannot
Yes.
praise the accessibility of Path of Titans enough. The optimization of this game compared to its competitors is absolutely peak.
Yep.
Hail,
Also-
hail Alderaan. All hail Alderaan. I
that,
would
yeah,
never
hell
dare
yeah.
question the word of the almighty Alderaan. If you criticize
if I go
them,
that
I'm
far.
banishing you. I will send you to the Isle. You're lucky I don't send you to
Yes.
Bob.
Ah, yes, I see what you're doing here, yes.
I will take every
Um,
chance I can get to make fun of him.
Given the things that he said, yep, I can understand that, yep.
Bro,
I
bro
did
got
wanna
that
mention,
Joker
too-
all laugh too. Holy moly.
Oh,
Sounded like
boy,
you needed to be admitted
truly-
into a psych ward.
Truly unhinged. Truly unhinged. But I wanted to say that I really also appreciate the fact that, and this may sound a little bit strange, but I appreciate the fact that it's developed on a conventional engine. So, like, Unreal. This isn't opposed to a game like, Helldivers 2. Because, like, Helldivers 2, if you
The
don't
deprecated
know,
engine.
is developed on a proprietary version, of Stingray, which was discontinued in 2018, and that means that anytime they want to update something,
They
or
have to
add a
do
new
it
feature or
themselves.
whatever, they need a dev with incredibly specialized experience. Whereas Unreal, lots of people have loads of experience in Unreal, myself included. It's super common, it's everywhere, it's free to learn on, it's great. And I love that that's the architecture in place. It's really cool.
You know, Landon?
I really love...
Bob's flight system is too good, actually. It's so good that when you get good at it, you're uninteractable by anything that isn't also a flyer. But that's just my hot take. Just because I've seen Terra gameplay on Bob, and it sickens me. Every time I watch it, it sickens me.
Makes you ill. These guys are, sure are picking bugs off of me or something.
Yeah. You clearly needed the
Gross.
grooming. You're getting a little mangy.
I mean, you're not supposed to say that out loud, but fine. I'll agree with you.
I only tell the truth here. No lies, no
Yep.
misinformation. Only honesty.
Damn right. Damn right. Oh yeah, and I really appreciate the efforts towards paleo accuracy. I think that the dinosaurs in this game are really lovely. I love the fact that there's a big fat Rex with lips. I really appreciate that. I love that the dinosaurs look real for the most part. I really enjoy that. As opposed to some of the other competitors out there, I really like that. I think that that's a
I'm
huge
trying to
thing.
get us
And
across to Volcano, and these rampies are pounced on you, so you can't jump.
So I can't do nothing. Yeah, I have ramp shackles. This is probably for all the talking nonsense about ramps that I did earlier. I'm being punished.
Well, the waterway's clear if you want to swim across.
Okay. Also, just as a technical thing that I want to say that I really enjoy, and I love the fact that the animations in this game have such a wonderful sense of mass and weight to them, and that is really hard to do as an animator, is to get that sense of how heavy things are across, and this game does it, and I love it. I really do.
Yeah, the animation team does a great job with the with what they do. I say team. I don't actually know if it's a team. It might just be like one guy. I don't know.
Well, Alderon's like a triple I studio, aren't they? So, like, probably is just a couple, just a handful, maybe. Don't know.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm gonna say that I say all the time. Whoever's making their YouTube shorts, they need a raise.
Right?
Every time I see,
cinematic as hell.
every time they drop a new one, I'm like, this guy needs a raise.
Cinematic as hell, for real.
Give this man money. Give this man or woman or non-binary person money.
Yes. I am irrationally sad about something though, and that is the Sty's lie down animation. The old Sty had this little when it sat down. I loved that, and it's gone now. It doesn't do a little as it dumps itself on the floor, and I miss that. It was so cute. It was so cute.
Do you need food right now, Lacerations?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this fish then.
You do it. I hope that whenever Aloe gets done, that its forelimbs, it's got these amazing like forelimbs, and when it walks in the walk cycle, they bob in this really particular way that makes the arms look so hefty. I love that detail, and I hope they keep it. This is also the kind of person that I am, where I sit around and I observe the animals' walk cycle to that kind of level. That's just what I do with my life. So.
True. Ah, it was Silver Knight's Sty.
Okay. This is a nice area. I don't think I've been to this area very much.
Well, hop on. We're going on a magic carpet ride.
Alright. See, I landed that one, even though you were all over the place.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's ping. I'm just gonna say it's ping.
It's probably ping.
So, one thing that I did want to say that maybe isn't so great about the user experience is there is some strange default controls, particularly on controller. I find that when I'm teaching a new player this game, I need to tell them to go into their settings and like change a few things just straight up. Like, the auto run is like bound to the same sort of thing as like the collect key, and like when new players are picking up stuff, they often, they often trigger the auto run when they're trying to pick up stuff.
I
and
thought I
can
heard
sometimes...
some bitch.
And that can send them off of cliffs and stuff. And just a few things like that. It's difficult with controller binds though.
Sharpen horns.
Oh. Uh-oh, it's a based EO enjoyer who is upset at us.
It's on Sharpen Horns, which means that if I was on DPS build, I could face tank it and win. Is he gonna go for the charge?
You heard us talking business about
Is
EOs.
he gonna go for the charge? He's backing up into the wall.
He is. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh, he's death scarring. Okay, at this point, all I have to do is wait out my slam timer, and then we're good.
There's a conch coming in inside.
Got it.
Beautiful, well done.
Oh, Aegis is cooked. I did have ramp buffs, so there was that going for me. And EO does suck, so there was also that going for me.
I remember when I said, oh yeah, I'm just like starting to grow my EO and Repara, and you were like, why? You said it exactly like that. You literally said it exactly like that. Why?
I stand by it. Just grow Alberta, forehead.
That's what I've been doing.
Alberta's so
What's growing
good.
in Alberta?
I almost got
I'm
terrain
very-
gimped in a neophyte again, but it's okay. Ow. What in the goddamn?
It's a crab.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stay in the water. These conchs are following me, and I don't know who they are. What is happening? Oh, did you get crabbed?
This- yeah.
Are those conchs thinking about it? You thinking about it, huh?
Now they are.
You thinking about conchas?
Everybody knows my feelings about alpha critters, and that is like your feelings about hats. I think that alpha critters are not fun yet.
I
and
think
that
they're
they benefit
unfinished.
from being
I think that's
shelved.
why they're unfun.
Yeah, they are 100% they're unfinished, and I think that they could benefit from being shelved because in their current form, it's just.
Well, if they were
not-
shelved in their current form, we wouldn't have the privilege of Matt being able to spawn 5 billion of them on top of us during a stream.
Gorgeous
Which is
day.
kind
It's
of
still
kind of a
gorgeous day.
kind of a loss. Oh, are you getting attacked by a conch?
Yes.
Come to
I
me,
was-
come to
I
me,
was
come to me, come to me,
appreciating
come to me,
the
come to me,
day.
come to me,
Yep,
come to me.
come.
Pass me, run past me.
Yep.
You ran into my feet.
Got me, baby.
You ran into
Yeah.
my feet. I said
I
run past
did.
me, and you ran into my feet.
I know. I couldn't see where you were. There was grass in my way. Grass in my
Where
way.
did you spawn?
I don't know.
You don't
I'm just
know?
I'm clicking enter world. I was taking
This is what you get for not paying attention when there's hungry conchs staring at us.
I know. I
They
was,
were
excited by the fact that it was
lurking. They
daylight.
were lurking, and you chose that moment of all times to just space out.
I know. I wanted to look at the beautiful daylight. I'm sorry. I am in Volemi. Volemi is gross. I'm gonna come back as my sty.
Sure, that works.
fine.
Just tell me where your sty is. Matt
Yeah, I
said,
will.
okay, Matt is asking me how I vet these teammates. Well, I've got lacerations here for the conversation more than the PvP.
Yeah. Also, this is.
But the
unpracticed
answer
character.
is I didn't used to. I just kind of picked out of my friend group, and vetting processes are slewed to begin. I don't intend to be as lackadaisical with who I bring along anymore when it comes to taking on serious PvP encounters. Like to me, there's a difference between like playing casually like we are right now and like trying to do a big
Yeah.
organized PvP event.
Oh yeah. If I was trying to sort of focus on that, I'd be having my game head on, and my game head on is not on.
Yeah,
right now.
we're in podcast mode, Matt. Cut us some slack.
Yeah, cut me some slack, man.
Oh.
Okay, it is. I'm in coastal
Yeah.
bluffs right now.
I mean, everybody's got their moments, Matt.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their moments. Even
Yep.
me, including me, especially me.
Yep.
Aegis with the crackback, holy. Podcast mode or killed by crab mode? I mean, they're the same thing, honestly.
I was not killed by a crab. I was killed by another
You were
player.
put into a
Okay.
compromising position with your health by a crab,
Yes.
which they then
Yes, I
capitalized
was.
on. So the crab did
did.
technically kill you.
You know what? Fine. I can accept criticism. That's okay. I'm man enough. I can take it. Yeah, so as I said, I am at
Yeah,
Coastal Bluffs.
yeah, the other
this
stream
is
was
down
rough,
here.
Matt. It was pretty rough. It's gonna be a while before I do something like that again, and if I do it like that again, I'm gonna be much more prepared.
Yeah. Safe to say. Hey, Silver.
Kind
Knight,
of sad
you're
that
a-
these
you're
saunas
a
don't
sty.
offer
Invite
the
me
healing pools anymore.
to groups so I can track you.
We're at the saunas in Volcano.
Yeah, that's not too terribly far from me, I think.
Server resets in 50.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty close to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit in this water and wait to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And while I do that, I can...
Is that sty near you, like Silver Knight sty?
I have...
'Cause
No,
if he
Silver
invites me-
Knight logged off of the sty.
Oh, okay.
So you're just gonna have to walk.
Fine. I can deal.
Yeah, Hydrus, that's what I plan to do, but the problem is I have to find more people to do that with. I gotta expand my roster a little bit. So there's gonna be a lot of networking that I'm gonna have to do between now and the next time I decide to do this. Or not this. I mean, next time I decide to do that. I'm gonna keep doing this podcast thing. This podcast thing is winning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've talked to some really interesting folks on this.
I have talked to some folks with some interesting opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with all of those opinions.
Of course not. Yeah.
I think I can talk about Capro's take on the flying state changes.
Uh-huh.
In that
I'd be interested to hear about that. Yeah.
Well, he said that aerial combat was ruined by the changes to how the momentum and gliding and stamina works in that. And the reason for that was his reason was that he couldn't pull like fake out maneuvers while hovering over the top of somebody to like bait out attacks to allow him to get in and peck you as easily. And my response to that is that the state of aerial combat and aerial maneuverability as it was probably an MVP. It was probably minimum viable product. It wasn't very fleshed out. It was janky. It was spaghetti coated, probably, right? It had some unintended interactions with certain inputs, and they smoothed it out to the point where, from what I've seen of aerial combat, it is much more reminiscent of dogfighting, like old school World War II dogfighting. Yeah, and I think that's dope as hell. Like, I've seen aerial hats using boom and zoom tactics. If y'all don't know what that is, if y'all never played War Thunder, look it up. It's cool stuff. I think the aerial combat changes are great. I think him complaining about Thal not feeling good anymore after these changes is kind of a stupid thing to bring up because it hasn't had his TLC yet. Like, they will probably fix the gaps in its kit with new abilities. Can we maybe wait until we see what that is before we start talking about how it's trash now?
Yeah, I feel like talking about things that obviously are getting works and being worked on, like Aloe, and Thal and stuff like that.
Like, that's
it's just like, why talk about?
That's like saying
why complain?
That's like saying the Spino TLC ruined Apex PvP and took away the skill ceiling.
Okay, that's an argument that you can make.
I mean, it's a statement you can make. It's not an argument you can make.
There's
no argument there.
That's what I mean, yeah. That's what I mean.
But I've seen people say stuff like that.
You can say those words in that order, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just... Ugh. It's just ugh.
Ugh. So yeah, we're filthy mix packers right now. I've actually never once ever mix packed in this game ever, so this is the
We're podcasting. We're not really hunting. I think it's harmless.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna see us quote-unquote mix packing and they're gonna be like, Justice! Get rid of mix packing! We're gonna kill you to make you pay for your sins. And then I'm gonna kill them and it'll be really funny. But,
yeah. Self-defense is fine.
Yeah. I mean, I can eat fish. Honestly, that's I really wish Global could get a little bit more original with their toxicity instead of just repeatedly typing L and easy, because like
you know what I want?
Nothing
I want an autofilter.
Autofilter would be
I want
great.
I want a text filter, but I want a custom text filter because I want to change easy. I want to change it to I'm sorry I couldn't kill you and I had to come back with 14 of my friends. That's what I want it to change to. And I want it to change it so that everyone else can see that exact phrase. So every time someone types in easy, it's I'm sorry I couldn't kill you and I had to come back with 14 of my friends. Every time.
That's awesome. Honestly, something I've said to other Spinos before is like I had to kill they'd attack me, I'd kill them, and I just go into global and be like, go eat fish.
Go eat fish. Valid.
Matt said the best insult is something the person doesn't know is an insult. That's so true.
Yeah, that's so true.
Oh my gosh. Why do I suck at catching fish? Is this fish even real?
Oh, is it one of them fake fish?
Nope, it's a real fish. I just actually suck.
Yeah.
Like on an astronomical level, I'm bad.
You know, I mentioned that like slightly changing the camera angle for underwater to like better aim would be cool. I also think that when you're sprinting, pulling the camera back by like just a couple of degrees, like dollying it back a little bit, like would force the idea of like it would make it feel faster.
If
They
I
did
could,
that in Mass Effect
if I
1.
could, I think it would be very, very, very strong. Like in a legitimate game changer of a change in the PvP meta would be if Spino was able to see behind itself enough that it could see past the tip of its tail, so it was able to accurately gauge the range that something was at for optimally hitting them with sweep.
Yeah.
If it was able to do that, honestly, I think it would be too oppressive. I think having to look back to gauge the distance and to try and like land the hit, because like I can always just press S and then like just bob my camera like side to side, and then I can just depth perception it from there. Not that I've ever done that in combat before, but I might start doing that now that I know I can do that because I just tested it. Right there. Would you look at that? So like, but Spino's also kind of an exception because it's so fucking long, but it's a long
Yeah, it's a very
boy. Long
weird
boy.
body shape, yeah. Very weird body shape.
Nice to know the trample damage can actually kill though. I'm gonna start using that.
Oh yeah, that was definitely what did me in. There was like grass in the way and I couldn't see exactly. So like I just kind of ended up running headlong into your feet like a very special person.
Admittedly, if I hadn't, I mean, I was sprinting because I was trying to close the distance as quickly as possible to like get it off the conch off of you, but.
Okay, it's just a misalignment and that happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens.
But yeah, something fun that I like. It's like in Mass Effect 1 they do that, where when your character runs and sprints, it actually doesn't change the speed at all. It's the same speed as you're walking, but they give it a different animation and they make the camera pull back a few degrees. So it feels faster to the player even though there's no actual change to the speed. And the reason that they did that was to do with Xbox 360 rendering capabilities. They couldn't actually make things render as fast as it needed to if the player was moving faster than what they set it at.
That's really fun.
The only reason I know that is because I mod the hell out of Mass Effect. But yeah, it's really funny.
That's really
because,
goofy.
Yeah, I've told a few people that. I'm like, yeah, sprint isn't real. It's fake. And they're like, what? No way. I'm like, yep, exactly the same speed. Go ahead, try it. So funny, but it really does work to give that illusion of being faster, and that's something that I would love to see.
Yeah, I think doubling back to what I said about Capro's criticisms, and to what we've said at the beginning of the stream, it's important to understand that when you're offering criticism and making suggestions for the game, you need to understand that the things you're criticizing and offering suggestions about are unfinished.
That's exactly it, and that's what we mean by the title of this stream. The Path of Titans that we are gonna get is not gonna be the one we know right now.
Like, I'm admittedly sick of seeing people reminisce on, like, older versions of Path, because, like, they sucked. In their own way,
broken.
They sucked. They were not great. Like, people think AoE is bad and terrible for the game now. Do y'all remember the original implementation of Stomp? You know, back when it didn't have damage fall off, depending on your range from the center, and was just a vibe check?
Yeah, and you could like hit stuff in the middle of the air with it and stuff because it was just sort of a cone.
It was a cylinder that went up.
A cylinder, yes.
And on top of that, the actual like visual effect on the stomp wasn't matching the effective range of the hitbox. Do y'all really want to go back to that? Y'all really think that was a better?
Yeah.
Cause I don't.
No.
I don't want that. Like, why are we sitting here complaining about flick biting when we're getting, like, why are we complaining about flick biting?
I think that's skill expression flick biting.
But,
like, if you can pull it off, I think it's really cool.
But you can still do it. It's just not free anymore. It's not free.
Yeah.
There's some drag to your dino's head turning now. Because you have to be more intentional with it. You can't be a fucking spaz whipping your head out of the way anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, like I move my head around all the time to avoid stuff, like for sure.
Yeah. I pre-aim my head. If I know I'm gonna be going in for a hit on the right side, I'll turn so my head is lined up to land the shot.
Yeah.
And then as I'm biting, I'm turning my camera away so that my head's, like, after the actual hitbox goes out, my head's turning away to try and avoid taking a headshot as retaliation. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gone, it's just more interactable. People. God.
And it takes practice. It takes practice to do. And that's why I say it's skill expression.
Matt said flick biting just happened to be a side effect from disappearing as we optimize the hitboxes to be accurate. As we do a TLC, we would update the hit detection to be more accurate.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Matt, is you were making the game better.
Yeah, right.
And a byproduct of the game not being great disappeared and people are upset about it.
Big mad.
That's crazy.
Here's the thing, though. Gamers are always big mad about something, and I think it's because they're really passionate people. I think it's a byproduct of that. And it's also a byproduct of like gamers.
Why get
feel
mad
a
when you
certain
could get
sense of
excited?
ownership. Sure, but a lot of these people too are young, or maybe not as emotionally developed as other subsets of society.
I would agree with the second part. If my audience analytics are anything to go off of, then the statement of most of them are young isn't really that true. But that's also just people ingesting my content, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
really.
I think you probably go into the weeds with it a bit more than like a 12-year-old probably has the patience for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Irby can swim. The Irby will be fine.
Yep, I can swim. I can get to there, I think.
I'll make sure you don't die to a Tylo or something. Imagine I say that and a Tylo grabs you.
I mean, probably. That'll probably happen now. Now you've said it, so I've been cursed, I'm afraid.
Matt said, we never went on a campaign to destroy skill expression. We were just polishing things and noticed the hit detection wasn't done to standard and was too long for the attack. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people seem to forget that change doesn't mean X thing is bad now. It just means X thing is different now.
Yep.
And my response to that is cope, seethe, adapt. And if you can't do those three things, or you can't do some combination of those three things, then maybe this isn't the game for you.
That is a skill issue. That is a skill issue in itself.
Like, I'm sorry that the tech that you, like, spent a bunch of time learning and honing isn't useful anymore. I mean, you did it once, you can probably do it again. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's if you've climbed the mountain once, you can climb it again. But it's probably just that they don't want to. They want to keep having they want to keep being at the skill ceiling because it makes them feel good about themselves, you know?
For sure.
And there's nothing wrong with feeling good about being at the game, but like when you're wrapping your entire identity around it, you know, maybe touch grass. Real grass.
Touching grass is an excellent piece of advice that a lot of people should follow. Oh dear. Yeah, but in absence of touching real grass, touching this grass is good.
Yeah, see, Anna and Max, I do agree with you. I also think calling flick biting tech is a stretch. I think there are a lot of things in this game that are intentionally designed that so-called pro PvPers will call tech because they want to sound smarter and more learned and more elite than they actually are. But these are, of course, just my opinions. I think the competitive PvP community of this game needs to chill out a little bit.
Gotta realize that all of this stuff is in flux. You know, and that is why I do stuff like I don't really play Aloe until it gets its DLC, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, because I'm like, I don't really want to necessarily get very used to something that I then have to super change up, because I am one of those people where I like change to be gradual or else it upsets me. You know, but... Yeah,
gradual change is always better than a bunch of large swathing adjustments all at once, because when you make small adjustments over time, it's easier to, like you don't have to spend time going back and fixing something that you broke while trying to fix it.
Yeah. Also loads of, like, you know, just muscle memory stuff and whatever.
Yeah. And Matt's right. Competitive PvP won't chill out until there's PvE. So, I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that day.
I really look forward to seeing what everything has in store and what the full picture is, because this is the whole thing, is that I've always been of the opinion that you can't really judge something until the person is finished saying what they're going to say. And Path of Titans is nowhere near done saying what it's going to say. It's like, not even the full paragraph, you know?
Matt, that's a brilliant idea. I love this idea. Can we do that? Can you get home cave debuff if you say easy in chat would be hilarious.
Oh my god, please, please, please.
He didn't say home cave debuff, he just said a debuff, but I think home cave debuff if you say easy in chat would be based.
Please. Oh my god, please. 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 And it has a decay that's like, that lasts like the, you know, the wetness decay, right? So it takes a long time to go down and isn't area specific. Yes. The amount of Z's. Oh my god, the amount of Z's extends the duration.
That would be, yes. Every Z adds a every Z adds a minute.
Every Z, yeah.
Every Z adds a minute.
Z. Oh, that's beautiful. I have tears in my eyes. That's so perfect.
Yeah. Matt does make a good point in that, like he said that Path of Titans is a released game, even though it's still early access.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say even though it's still early access. I said that. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I have chat replay enabled on this VOD. Y'all will be able to read what he says. I just like saying it because it helps me process it. He said it costs people real money, so they'll judge it, and that's fine. And yeah, it is.
Well, the person that we like to talk about a little bit, who is one of your main critics, he made a lot of arguments to that effect of, I paid money for this, this is mine. And that also ties into something that I feel is interesting about games as a culture as a whole, is because of this, like, this sense of ownership over it.
To be fair,
when
he
you
wasn't
combine that
he
sort of
wasn't
sense of
actually
ownership-
saying I paid money for this, I get to criticize it. He was really saying I paid money for this, therefore I get to be an asshole to the devs and the community.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Like, he was just couching it in the language of the former, but meant
but
the latter, yeah.
let's assume that he actually meant I paid for it, I'm allowed to critique it, right? And the ownership thing is interesting.
Well, you and I both paid for this game too, and you and I critique it all the time. But there's a difference. There's a fundamental difference here in how you and I approach that sort of thing.
It's funny. My critiques of the game basically amount to they're not even really critiques, it's more of like, man, I can't wait for this thing that they said is coming to get added.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I can wait. I'm very capable of it. I just don't want to, you know?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I want matchmaking to be here. Really bad. I really do. But if it's not ready, I don't want it when it's not ready. I want it when it's ready.
Yep.
Where am I even fucking going?
I don't know.
I'm gonna turn around because server's gonna reset in half an hour, and home cave is that way.
Uh-huh.
Also, something I'm gonna say to you guys, semi-related to the critic in question. If you know, you know. Just so we're all on the same page, okay? For my American viewers here, I need you to understand, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequence. Remember that. That is a crocodile.
That is. Is he going to pick me
It's
up?
Aegis.
Oh, okay.
Therefore, I will trust him. I will move out of the way.
Hopefully, if you make an extremely daring jump, you won't he won't be able to fly in and hit you as a croc this time.
Oh, Aegis wasn't the ramp that killed me. Landon was.
Landon, that's right, yes. I need to draw that, I really do. Simply incredible stuff. Oh, there's lots of stomping around.
That's the Sarco. They make a lot of noise with their feet. Their pitter-patter is very loud.
They do, yeah. They are, yeah. I really like the new Sark look. I know that was kind of divisive as well, but I really like the look. I do.
I like everything they did to Sarco.
Yeah, I think I could stand to be a little, like, have a tiny bit more HP, maybe? A little? Tiny bit? But
Nah,
nothing crazy.
It's its effective hit points are tied up in armor in order to give it a specific weakness against bleed and armor piercing damage. It's balanced that way on purpose.
Here's a question. Is there a playable that you feel that right now, with things as they are right now, let's just take it in a vacuum, there a playable that you feel needs absolutely no changes, is perfect, no notes?
Is perfect, needs no changes, no notes?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I'm full of those. I'm full of something.
Honestly, Spino.
Spino. Interesting. Okay.
I think Spino's the only one that I can say with confidence. I was apprehensive about saying it because it's my main, and I didn't want it to come off as, my main's fine, don't touch it, when actually, like, it's secretly, like, the most busted thing in the game. I didn't want to come across as like, oh, it's not that good, guys. But, like, not gonna lie, like, Spino has a lot of stuff going for it. But Hydra said there's 2 Titans, a duck, and red? I don't know what red means. At Mud Flats if I want to fight. You know what? Let's go get a fight. Let's go to Mud Flats. Fight to end off the stream would be cool.
Okie dokie.
But as I was saying, like, despite all of Spino's strengths, a lot of people get caught up talking about the strengths, right? And they forget the very, very exploitable and the very, very potent weaknesses. There's also the fact that in its current state, pretty much every build on Spino is viable to some extent. I think there is one ability that maybe could do to be changed, but that has more to do with the nature of its function being lackluster currently, as opposed to like it's just what it does in practice versus what it does on paper. Like, on paper it looks great, but in practice it is kind of buns, and that's Undertow. But that might change after matchmaking shows up and we see less Apex spam. Because if there's less Apex spam, I might feel less inclined to always use sweep, because sweep is pretty mandatory. But
thanks for the lift,
and
mate.
You're right, Honk. Spino isn't perfect if Undertow needs some work, but I'm willing to hold off on saying that Undertow needs work until matchmaking is implemented. There isn't any other playable I think I could say is as close to not needing any adjustments as Spino. All of its builds are viable. Its stat line is good. It has a good stat line. It does its job really well. And it has obvious counters, obvious weaknesses. That when, like, it pretty much always loses to Titan if the Titan plays with even a modicum of sensibility. Spino gets like bench pressed by bleed cycling and bleed stalling. I don't know. I could keep rambling about it, but I think I'll just settle and say my answer to the question of most well balanced and little in need of touching is Spino.
There's another Spino right over here. In fact.
Yes, there is. I'm gonna see what it does. It's a default skin, so it's probably gonna leave me alone.
You know what? I would also say something similar to your arguments about that I would say something similar about Sty, actually. Like, and Sty is my main, as we all know. There are a few tweaks, a few quality of life, a few little things that I would love to see, but by and large, it's great where it is. All of its moves are very viable too. You can set it up to be an apex killer, you can set it up to deal with smalls. You know, you can deal with it in any number of ways, and it's one of the few playables in which I have used every combination of all the abilities. And I can't say that about all the playables. You know, some of the playables I'm just like, nah, would never use that ability. But Sty is in a great place, I think. I think it's very well balanced. It should be squishy for what it is, and it is.
So Rex.
But it also packs a reasonable punch.
That's a blood-soaked TT. I have to see if the Rex and the TT are working together, however.
Yeah, still reading the politics of the situation.
From the looks of it, probably. Second TT.
Another Spino.
Fun little trick you can do with the days if you catch them on the very edge of it. Just cancel it and run in while they're stunned. It's better than full committing on the slam and missing a bunch of free damage opportunity. Oh, that didn't look good.
No. Did not.
I'm also still reading the politics here.
66 ping, that's not too bad. That's playable. I missed my like 20 from UK servers.
Is it bad I want to wait for this Tanny to keep beating up this TT?
No,
Before
I mean, if
I
that's
run
the
in there and
target, that's the
commit?
target.
I mean,
Is
yeah,
that
I'm
the
just,
target?
I'm just, no,
Yeah.
the TTs in the Rex, I think, are targets.
Okay.
Okay, that Spino's heading off that direction, so I'm gonna follow these two. Checking for Tylos. Speaking of, Tylos, there is one here. What happened to the other Spino? Is it dead?
That was one, two other ones here.
The Claw Slam stun low-key saving my life right there. I actually took way less damage from that Bone Break than I thought I was going to. That was a bailout and a half. So Rex using Rampage? Crazy. Oh, you stupid Rex. that Tylo dead? Do we know?
I do not know.
Well, I'm going to rest and get some stam over here. Okay. Stam acquired. How are things going on your end? Are you... Oh, you're alive.
I'm keeping eyes on him. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm low, but I'm fine.
Okay. They should be hurting.
I would think so. I plugged a few on my spine.
I know the blood-soaked one is scarring, so if we can get hits on it, it would help significantly. I think they're gonna run for the water.
Yeah, they're on the way out, I think. They're leaving.
Which we might be able to catch them. But they could be leading us to more Tylos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into any big bodies of water here.
Be careful going close to the
Darby
beach
dragons.
as well.
Yeah.
What are some easier areas to quest in Riparia? Dryfang Canyon, Blackfern Hills, Stillwater Bog.
Well, Emmy, I would say.
Can this ramp stop spamming me with invites, please and thank you? That blood-soaked one is gonna have, like, F all in the way of stam.
How's the water looking?
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not the moment.
Blood soaked is up here by me.
Okay. If you can deal with it. I'm about to intercept. I don't think I'm gonna do it in time. Okay, this guy will not stop spamming invites, so I'm just gonna... I think bro didn't realize... Is that the last of them? They all crossed? Can you head for the home cave and stop them?
Oh, I could try to.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
Arrhenius the goat, keeping them in combat timer. Just gotta walk them down. Hydra's killed the Tylo, hell yeah.
Alright, I'm in front of the home cave now. So I'm looking to see. I imagine I'll be able to head them off and smack them with a spine or two.
I see them. They're further into the woods. They are southwest of the home cave. I think they might continue up into East Passage. I'm not sure.
There's a Rex attacking. Just.
Where is it?
I got the Rex with a combat timer. Hit him with some bleed.
There's another TT coming in.
He's not able to go into that home cave. He's right in front
Can
of
I
it,
get
though.
some, Yeah, they had another TT.
He's just waiting for it.
Oh, so many more TTs.
I'm on 1 hit point, but I did everything I could to stop him from going into that house cave, so he's been timered out again.
I tried.
I can't afford to go in there and bother him again, though.
They had to bring 3
die.
fresh Tyrannotitans. That's crazy.
Woof.
Well,
Shockingly, I survived.
unsurprisingly, I didn't. Yeah, all fresh bodies. All fresh bodies. That's crazy.
That is some...
3 Titans were
business.
part of the previous ones?
Man, I'm wandering all over this place, and there's just Titan corpses everywhere. Like,
Everything's dead?
yeah.
Well, as long as they're all dead. What do
Oh,
I
no, you're-
expect?
some
Oh,
of your
that's what I
aggressive for
expected.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm
go out
still
with a
looking.
bang.
I'm still looking forward to the day where I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when fights are won on merit and not head count. That'll be the day. That'll be the day.
Aye.
Is there anything else we wanted to discuss before we wrap this up?
At the moment, I don't think so, man. I think anything else I have, you and I can go over in our own time and stuff and whatever, and just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I suppose
It's
we
been
can.
Real. Yeah.
It has. This has been a good yapper, I would say.
Yeah.
Quite the yapper.
I would say so.
Uh,
Yep.
Well, with that said, huge thank you to everyone that turned out to watch and or listen and or participate.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to Matt, constant W developer, coming in to interact with the community. Shows that he's listening, shows that he's being transparent. W behavior. So yeah. With that said, Lacerations, thank you for joining me on this.
Oh, you're welcome.
It has been an absolute blast. And you know what? Before we leave off, I will go ahead and tell all of you who are present who the next guest is for the next podcast.
Ooh. Who? Tell us.
Mark your calendars,
Uh-huh.
because this will be this particular stream will be on a day I don't usually stream on. Saturday, February 21st, 2 p.m. CST. I'm going to have Hunya, the Crazy,
Ooh.
for a podcast episode. So keep an eye out for that.
Beautiful. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I will be there.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but I kind of have to be there.
Well, yeah, you have to be there. It's
I
part of
have
your
to.
job,
I
it's-
have to. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you to all of my stinkers and my certified stinkers. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be as invested in continuing to raise the quality of my content now and going forward. You're all amazing, and I hope you all have a good night.
Good night.